Hi guys, welcome. This is cmeaganmichael and and Meagan Boo. I love you. Mm. Oh, did you see the kisses? Oh my God, delicious. Oh, I got so many kisses. Oh, my sweet girl. I love you too. Well, she's every time now, every Wednesday, she knows exactly when I go live with you guys. And she sits on my chair. And so I was going to sit next to her, which I did, but then she was laying down and you wouldn't be able to see her. So I knelt down on the ground next to her. So this way, because she is the queen. Look, she's holding my hand. Do you see this? Oh, you can't really see. She's literally holding my. Oh, she's like, you can see now. I told you. Oh, boo boo. I love you. She's perfect. She's absolutely divine. Look at this puppy. Look at she's so beautiful. Oh, puppy bear. And Paws is right over here. Come here, puppy. Want to say hello? Hold on. Say hello. All right. All right. And he's like, I give you kisses. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, thank you. I'll be right with you guys. We're going to do psychic readings tonight. We really are. Oh, my babies. My babies. Ow. Hi, Heather. How are you? I'm so glad you're here. All right. So now I'm off the floor, sitting back in my chair with Meagan sitting right next to me. But it's all right. We could share nice. We could share nice. Welcome, guys. Hey, it's Saturday night. Saturday Night Live. No, it's Wednesday Night Lives with cmeaganmichael. Yay. And Meagan Boo Boo and Pause the Pup. Kimmy. Hey. Kimmy Siegel. Lauren Riley. Hello. Heather Graham. Hello. Kimmy, hi. Yeah. Did you see Meagan? Oh, sorry, I booped her in the head. I'm sorry. Did you see this fish? Did you see it? She's so beautiful. Oh, I love her. Boz, you're a good boy too. Oh my goodness. You're so good. You want to say hello again? He goes, no, it's okay. Gosh, I have so many things to talk to you about today. Today has been just like jam-packed with everything. So much. I mean, I meditated this morning and then I did trance in the afternoon, and then, which means I've been totally connected to spirit like all day long. But, and okay, so let me explain something about meditating. I know you guys, I haven't even shared it out yet. Guys, if you feel drawn to share it out, please do. I leave it up to you guys now. I leave it up to you and spirit to share it if you're drawn to share it, because there's some great messages here. And YouTube, guys, if you're on YouTube, hello. Let me pull up my my channel. Okay, live. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. I'm so excited. All right. So, first of all, let me tell you that of course I am doing readings tonight. Meagan, are you getting up, babe? I'm doing psychic readings tonight. I'm also going to be sharing tools with you, spiritual tools, for living a high vibrational life. I have to get my notebook because I actually have quite a lot. Spirit's been giving me a lot of stuff. Let me just get to is this the right notebook? I have so many notebooks and they all look so similar. Wait, or is it this one? I know, now I'm getting kisses from Puppy. That's the one. Okay, good. Thank you, Puppy. Thank you. Trixie's here too. You know she is. She's always here. Trixie Boo! And Puppy Pants. And Megan's sitting right next to me. We are a family affair. Oh my God, I love that. 111 right on the screen right now. Yep. We are a family of psychic cats, dogs, humans, and we are all here to be with you. And Lauren says, I am Kitten. I am on Kitten Tube. I don't know what Kitten Tube is, but it sounds good. Trixie trying to knock my book off. Hi, Linda. You are so wonderful. I'm so glad you are here. Man, I think of you every day. I really do. I mean, I love you anyway, but I'm just saying because my beautiful, you can't see it in the dark probably. Sunflower. No, you can't really. Can you kind of, sort of? My beautiful sunflowers on the window, my stained glass sunflower. And every time I look at it, and I open the window like a couple of times a day, I'm like, oh, she's so awesome. That was such a beautiful, thoughtful gift. Lauren Riley, there you are on YouTube. Hello. YouTube rocks. Facebook rocks. You guys are also awesome. Pull some names up. Nasia, hello. How are you? It's so great to see you. I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. Welcome back. So I'm going to continue on, by the way. Lauren says Facebook is ahead of YouTube by a couple of seconds. Okay, good to know. Give me 1 second. I have to cough. Hold on. I muted it so I didn't cough right in your ear. So many things. All right, I'm excited. All right, so I've got my list of spiritual tools that I want to share with you. All right, I want to share with you Number one, if you want a reading tonight, if you would like a reading, I am doing open donations, and I will be doing this every Wednesday throughout January. We were together every Wednesday in December, and now we're going to continue through January. And hello, Patricia. Welcome, 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 welcome. Oh, that's nice. There's a troll already. Well, I obviously my live streams are so popular. Oh, you know what? If anybody wants to report that, that would be great. Or just delete it or block it or just ignore it completely. I'm just going to ignore it unless I can. But let me see. I know I say I'm going to ignore it, but then I don't want them to interfere with your experience. But then again, I have to understand that. Oh, did I share into my own group? That would be important. All right. Give me 1 second while I share into my group, and that would make some sense. And let me also block this person who's from the US. Shame on you. Okay. Trixie, please don't lay on my keyboard. All right. Report. Okay. Okay, good. Done. Alrighty. Did I share it? Hi, Cheddar. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys probably shared it into my group, but I want to make sure that I do it now. So hello. Oops. Trixie, don't lay on my keyboard, baby. Psychic Medium, cmeaganmichael for Wednesday night live. Please, Trixie. Psychic. She is a pain in my tushy. I love her with all my heart. I do, but she's so naughty sometimes. Okay, cool. All right, join Psychic Medium, cmeaganmichael for Wednesday night live psychic readings. Open donations. Let me know in the comments if you donate. I am accepting PayPal and Cashapp. Also Facebook Pay and Cashapp, which is $cmeaganmichael. All right, good. All right, so you guys can share it out the rest, but I wanted to make sure I put it in my group. Anyway. All right. So moving right along. Oh, thank you, Kimmy. I figured you did, but I felt drawn because I created the event there. So I figured if I share it, it'll be under the event. So that was my specific thought on that. But thank you, Chetta. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Nasia says, I'm fine. Thank you, lovely lady. It was a busy time. Oh, sure. I understand. There's the holidays and everything. Awesome. Okay, cool. All right. So here we are. So first things first. So I want to, okay. So again, let me just say, let me know in the comments below. Let me know in the comments below whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. If you donate for your reading tonight. All right. If you have a specific question for Spirit, you're more than welcome to ask a specific question. If you have a topic that you want to know about, you can say, oh, I want to know about my finances or whatever. Or if you want to know what Spirit has in mind for you or in store for you, potential timelines for January, you can ask that. Spirit's been prompting me to allow you to get more specific. So I'm inviting you to ask more specific questions if you're drawn. Otherwise, they're more than happy always to give you general readings. I'm happy to, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I am here to serve both, spirit and humanity. So, okay, this is exciting. Now there will be a lot of things today for all of you. The tools. I'm going to be giving you spiritual tools. It's important to have, what is a spiritual tool? So think about having a toolbox, right? So you have a tool, my glasses are crooked. Think about having a toolbox. And in your toolbox, you have maybe a hammer and a screwdriver and some, that's why I picked up those screws today. I was walking my dogs and I saw 4 shiny gold screws on the ground and I picked them up and put them in my pocket. I'm like, why did I do that? Spirit's like, we'll tell you later. What am I going to do with 4 screws? But I brought them. I still have. And they're not. Are they in these? No, they're in my other pair of pants. I had to pick them up. I had to. It's funny because normally, I mean, that kind of an impulse is a really unusual thing for me to pick up 4 screws, but I did. And they were talking about a toolbox. So they're saying there's things you need in your toolbox. And in that toolbox, like if I wanted to put a picture on the wall, then I might have to use one of my new golden screws, right? Or and a screw. I'm not handy that way and really, but so a hammer or a screwdriver, whatever, and I'm going to put it on the wall, and I'm going to, when you have the right tools for the job, it makes it so easy. Now imagine if I didn't have a screw, right, or a nail or whatever, right, and I wanted to hang a picture. Well, I could struggle and and try to figure things out. What am I going to use if I don't have like something to put in the wall to hang the picture on? I could lean it against something. You know what I mean? The same thing as if you go to even to clean your house and you don't have a rag or a mop or a broom, the things that make it so simple. It's the same thing with life. Yeah, it's the same thing with life. So when you have tools that will help you, that you can pull from your virtual toolbox to use to live your best life, your most high vibrational life, it makes it so much easier and more enjoyable. Instead of getting into a struggle, maybe depression or something like that, which could really start as usually just like a sad thing. So I was taking a course the other night, not a course, a class, by a good friend of mine named Karen. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Karen. And Karen Doobie, she's wonderful, yoga mentor. I interviewed her a few years ago. But anyways, she's also a coach, and she's very into the scientific aspect of spirituality. So what was I about to tell you? She told me a few things, and I wrote them. Hang on a second. Let me see. I took some notes because I'm very esoteric. I'm very into the whole esoteric. You know what I'm saying? I like science. I'm fascinated by it. But you're not going to usually. Listen, if I felt drawn, I would do it. But usually, I don't find myself reading scientific journals and stuff like that. It's not my calling. Now, reading every channeling I can get my hands on by like Bashar and Abraham and Cryan and the stream. We'll talk about that after. Yeah, all the time. I can't get enough of that stuff. So, but we all are unique jigsaw pieces of this puzzle in life. We are all unique, and so we all blend together perfectly. So she told me a few things, and one of the things that she told me about, she told us, it was a class about, I swear I can't remember exactly what I was about to tell you, but I will tell you that as soon as it comes back to me. We were talking about the toolkit. Okay, the toolkit. Hang on, let me say hello to Kendria. Welcome, welcome, welcome. She goes, hello, she is awesome, y'all. Thank you so much. I am so honored by that. And then Nasia says, yes, please, I have a question about my mediumship. I want to know what my friends say about my mediumship. Awesome. Well, let me just let you guys all know again. I am doing readings for donation today. The donations are open, so every Wednesday it's open donation. There's not a set price, so donate from your heart, and we will take it from there. Hello, Aubrey. I don't know what that means. I have a feeling that might be something that's. I don't think that's a. I think it's a bot. So hold on. I'm going to remove that. Okay. So you see what even YouTube has its own version of spam. I know. Okay. Meagan, you got to get up, babe. You ready to get down? All right. Good. One moment. Come on, sweetheart. Come on, honey. Come on. Mommy needs the chair now. Mommy's got to do the show. Okay. Come on, baby. Love of my life. I love her. How do you look with curls? Let me see. Yeah, you look good. Yeah. Okay, come on, go. She is not going down. All right. Okay, this is fine. Let's just tuck the chair in and just hang on. Oh, pin your paper. Oh, God, thank you, Kimmy. Thank you so much for reminding me, my dear. The simple things that are easy to forget. All right. But the ones that make it easier for you to get a reading. Yeah. All right, so one moment. And honestly, Spirit said because I figure not everybody. I said this. I asked. Thank you, Meagan. Thank you, dear. Sometimes it's just I need the chair. All right, all right. she's making her bed over there. She's like, I love you too, boo. She just said I need a bigger chair. All right. Well, maybe we'll work on that. Okay. Yeah. And you too, puppy. All right. Hang on, everybody. All right, I'm going to put the comments and pin it. Boop. Okay, posted. Open donations. Ask Spirit what resonates for your greatest and highest good. Easy peasy. In case you didn't know. And for me, what I usually do, I just feel my way there. I just feel it. If it feels good to me, and it's not a logical thing like, oh, can I afford this? Or this is what my understanding of open donation. So, you might have your own. But what Spirit has shared with me, what I understand, the way I feel is that if something, it's not a logical thing like, oh, is this too much? Is this too little or whatever? Am I comparing myself to other people? It isn't that, or how much do I think she wants? It's not about that. It's how much do I feel drawn to give in exchange? It's an energy exchange. How much do I feel drawn to exchange for the service that she's going to give me? So it's an energy exchange. It's an exchange. Okay. That's what I have to say about that. Let me pull this up and so I can. Shh. I was actually ready like an hour early, but I wound up listening. I've got a pin. Where's it? Oh, here we go. All right. It is now pinned. Let me know if you donate, and then you will be first or next. Or I've got my cord wrapped around my, that's fine. All right. Logging into PayPal. Got my cell phone for Cashapp. I almost went live early, but I was really drawn. First of all, I'm really excited about something. Okay. So I've done a few interviews with this amazing channeler. His name is David Strickle, and he channels the stream of David. And the stream of David is source energy, very similar to Abraham, but different. Very different, but the same concept as channeling source directly, not like a galactic or a past relative or something like that. Source energy. All right. And I highly recommend their work. I'm going to actually post a video link below. Anyway, so that's one of the interviews. I've done a few interviews with David in the stream. It's an honor and a pleasure. Moving forward. So one of my great friends, Diane, Diane Hoffma, messaged me today with a link to a Forbes article, Forbes magazine, right? And she said, you interviewed him. And I'm like, who him? Because I saw a picture of Oprah on the top of the article. But it wasn't about Oprah. They're sure it's about her too, but somewhere else. But when I read the article, it was an interview with David Strickle in the stream, or about them. Anyway, I was really excited because, well, number one, they're awesome, but maybe number one, I interviewed them a couple of times, and I knew they were going to be a big deal. I always know. I shouldn't say it that way. That sounds arrogant. I really have, I can't, okay. Nobody could always know because people have an infinite potential timelines. So had David in the stream, the stream is the stream, but had David taken a different timeline, he may not be as successful as he is, but he took the timeline. I always see your highest timeline. That's what Spirit shows me, your greatest potential. And everyone that I've ever interviewed was someone that really resonated with me. And some people were really inclined, really drawn. I knew David. As soon as she said I've interviewed many men, but I had a feeling it was him. But it was between him and one other person, one other male channel, which I won't mention, but he's also very good. But I really excited. Yeah, I'm really excited for him. And so I started reading. Thank you very much. Is it Myra? I will pull up your donation. I will pull up PayPal right now, and then you will be first, actually. But so I started listening to the interviews again. Now, when I used to interview, I might do it again, but anyway, I haven't in about a year. But when I've interviewed people for 2 years, and I would somebody would just stand out to me. I'd be so drawn, and they were spiritual thought leaders, and I knew I had to interview this person. Right? Thank you, Tracy. I love you too, baby. Yeah, high energy. Oh, thank you, Heather. Thank you. All right, I'm sure I'll find it all. All right, so I'm going to put you down. Got Myra. And then Heather. Okay, so Heather on Facebook. So Facebook Pay. And Myra, which did you use? Cashapp, Facebook Pay, or PayPal? Kendria, thank you so much, my dear. I'm pulling up Cashapp. Okay. And then Kendria. So I'm watching David Strickle in the stream on my interview one of actually I listened to two of them. That's what I was sitting here doing it from 6 to 7. And the thing that the information, the nuggets that I'm pulling out are things that, like when I'm in the moment, I'm doing all the tech, I'm doing the sharing, I'm taking the questions from the audience. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things I'm doing. And I'm also listening to the guest and posing hopefully good questions, right? And one of the things that I had mentioned, I don't remember what came right before it. And you're welcome to watch on my YouTube channel all the stream interviews. They're amazing. But I had mentioned that I had been diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma a few years ago, and what they said was, had I been diagnosed with a lower number, let's say stage 1 or stage 2, I might have worried. I might have and I'm embellishing here a bit, but the concept, I might have overthought it, right? I might have overthought it and then gone down the emotional spiral, right? But instead, stage 4, that's it. There's nowhere to go but up. Either you're going to croak, right? Or you're going to go up the spiral. And that's what I did. I chose to go up the spiral. Is that cool or what? So getting a stage 4 diagnosis was really like, well, there's no place you can't go down. So you got to go up. I think it's amazing. And I hope I explained that fairly well so that you understand where I'm coming from, what they were saying. And of course, you can listen to them say it in the interview as well. But that was just so powerful. Hang on, let me pull your pull up Cashapp. I just love that. And so several things really stood out to me. But that's one that I absolutely had to share with you, because sometimes you get something like a diagnosis, like it seems like it's a life or death kind of thing. It's not even like stage 1. Well, maybe you can work on that, but stage 4, oh, what am I gonna? But honestly, that was probably the best thing that could have happened to me. And I always look at it as a positive. I always say cancer was my greatest teacher, and I've had a lot of good teachers in this life. But I think it's very exciting. Okay, let me see where we are here. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. All right, Kendria, I see you there for reading about me. You got it. Okay. And then we have, let me see. That was from last time, right? Okay. All right. Take me back here. Oh, I see. Okay. All right, we've got Heather and we have Myra. Okay, perfect. So I've got Myra, Heather, and Kendria in that order. If you want a reading, you will be next. You will be fourth in line. And I thank you so much. I love you guys. You're the best. Hi, Ria. How are you? Ah, yes, good tea. Oh, the best. And you know what else? And this is interesting too, because the stream was also talking about, again, we're talking about the stream of David, channeled by, oh my God. Oh, oh God, sorry, I have to pause that whole thought and read this. My, Right about 8 weeks pregnant. I'm having a boy, and at night before the reading, I told Dad that thought I was having a boy, and I thought it was about 2 months. Okay. So is that where we are? I mean, did you get any confirmation yet? But I'm excited. Yeah, I definitely. And that was the first time. I don't generally. I don't know. I usually hear other. This is going to sound silly as I'm saying it. I usually hear other psychics saying, "Oh, I don't do pregnancy readings or whatever." So it wasn't something that I would have automatically said I don't do that, which is silly, because why? Just because somebody else doesn't do it, should I not do it? But anyway, but there it was. I did it, and that's exactly what it felt like. Everything is energy, and you can read energy. So if you can read energy, you can read energy. You know what I'm saying? Ria says, "Good to see you. Look exceptionally radiant." Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. So, okay. So let me, where was I? I wanted to tell you about so many things I have to share with you today. I'm telling you what. All right. So let me also, give me 1 second. I got to quiet my mind. I'm just so excited. One moment. Okay. We choose to be humans. We choose to be humans because there's contrast. We intentionally forget that we are these infinite beings. There's really no contrast, not like there is here in spirit, and all is well. There is no end, there is no death. And nothing in this physical plane can end all that we are. I'm paraphrasing the stream here. Nothing in this physical experience can end all that we are. We are infinite beings. This is like a game that we're playing. Now, this is me saying this. This is like a game that we're playing, and we put on these costumes. Like I'm gonna be cmeaganmichael in this life, and except that I can be cmeaganmichael and keep changing. You can all keep evolving. You can all you don't have to be the same person today that you were yesterday or the same person tomorrow that you are today. You're allowed to keep expanding and growing, and you don't owe anybody any explanations. I realize I'm talking about two things at once. What I'm talking about is contrast. Why do we have contrast? Like, why do we have cancer? Things like cancer. Why do we have death? And by the way, the death of a child, the stream was saying, are very enlightened beings. They come in on purpose, knowing that they're going to transition early for the experience of it and to help like the parents and those around them to grow from the experience. These are very enlightened, wise souls. So from the earth perspective, the death of a child is something very devastating, of course, this innocent child. But this innocent child could be a way older soul than the parents, very experienced, and came in here to have this specific experience. It's very much like that with disabled. They don't use the word disabled anymore, but people that are differently abled, okay? I'll use that resonates. Differently abled. Like Abraham says, there's a line, Abraham channeled by Esther Hicks, there's a line of souls waiting to come into, but they actually said disabled bodies. So differently abled bodies. So it's very exciting. So we have contrast, and contrast helps us grow. Again, I was listening to this dream, and I'm going to tell you that I'll start doing the readings, but this is really important stuff. So they said there are some people that come into this life and they don't have a lot of contrast. They don't. That's okay. But they chose that. But you'll find they're saying their words, paraphrasing. They said you will find that a lot of these people are not. They don't have the depth of the people that have been through a lot of stuff in. I was going to say shit, but I did it. A lot of stuff in this life. A lot of people that have had. I've chosen. I know I chose it. I know I chose to have cancer. I know I chose, abusive relationships. I know I chose all the, and I lived through it all. But who I am today, oh my God, so worth it. Would I do it again? Well, I would never have to because I already did it. But I wouldn't change it because I am who I am. Maybe I would try to learn faster. But you don't know what you don't know until you know, and then when you know, that's it. If that makes sense, that's going to resonate with some of you, not all. So the contrast helps us to become, it helps to give us depth and helps us to grow and expand. And a lot of us are light workers, and we're old souls, and we wanted the challenges. We wanted these experiences. Getting back to Karen that I mentioned earlier, she told a story about the, oh, bless you, Lauren. Lauren's saying she has cerebral palsy. I think I knew that, but anyway, I love you very much. You are awesome. You are all awesome. Hello, Facebook user. So Karen was talking about dolphins, same concept, okay? About that there was a thing with dolphins where they were kept in captivity. This came out of some science journal that she read. I don't have the details, but some dolphins were kept in captivity, and normally their fins are very strong, right? Their fins don't reminds me of actually the whale Tilikum and Free Willy, where the anyway, I'm not going to think about that because it makes me sad. But so in captivity, these dolphins, their fins were flopping over, and so they tried different things like increased nutrition, different, whatever they tried, and it didn't work. What they found out, this is the point, was that when they're in the ocean, the waves of the ocean, the movement of the ocean helps to strengthen these fins. So it's the contrast, it's the waves in a still controlled environment where everything is peaceful. Personally, I felt that drawn to say that they were lonely and they wanted to be free, which I'm sure is part of it. Okay. I feel sure that that's part of it. But the scientific study showed that the movement of the ocean, the waves, created the contrast that the fins needed to get strong. You know what I'm saying? Like think about muscles atrophying. It's the same. That's exactly what they mean. If you don't use the muscles, they're going to get floppy. They're not going to be strong. So you want to lift weights or whatever it is, run or something to move your bodies. So the contrast that we have in this life, it serves to strengthen us. You see what I mean? The contrast that we experience in this life, it serves to strengthen us, and we chose it. So I really want to invite you guys, whatever you're going through right now, if there's some contrast in your life, take a deep breath and just know it's okay. It's okay. And you can even ask spirit, what have I got to learn from this? What have I got to learn from this? Good example of how nature reflects our contrast. Thank you. I thought so too. When she said that, I'm like, oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I thought that was really good. Yes, done. Oh, donation successful. Thank you so much. Nasia, I'm putting you down, my dear. Let me just check and see. Tell me where you donated, whether it's PayPal or Cash App or Facebook Pay. I think it's probably PayPal. Let me just take a peek. Nasia, PayPal. Thank you very much. Okay, so I have Myra, Heather, Kendria, and Nasia in that order. If you have donated and I didn't see your name yet, please let me know. Okay, all right. We will start doing readings. Trixie, she's about to lay on my keyboard. She's such an amazing cat. She is. She's perfect, and she's naughty, and she's a rascal, and she's right here. Here she is. She's a good girl. That's my girl. Okay. All right. Let's do our first reading. I have more, and later I'm going to be giving you. I'm so glad you're all here. I love you all so much. Later we're going to be doing. I'm going to tell you some more tools, spiritual toolkit, because you want to have like I was talking about in the very beginning. I always get back around to it, but don't worry. And if you have a question like, what were you going to say? You can always ask me, but it always comes back around if it's meant to be. But again, you can always ask. So you want to have the proper tools in your toolkit. And if you have tools in your toolkit that help you to live your life in a more enjoyable, positive way, then why would you not want to have the right tools, right? And I say the right tools, but the right tool for you may not be the right tool for me. For example, hi, abuelita, ¿cómo está? You like, for me, meditation. Well, actually, I really recommend that to everybody, but it may not be perfect for everybody. The way that I meditate may not be perfect for everyone as a tool. To me, it's profound. Zumba is a better example because I feel like meditation is something that everybody needs on some level. And when I say needs, that's my perspective, may not be yours. But like Zumba, not everybody does Zumba. But for me, I found out, because I used to be a bodybuilder and I still love lifting weights, but I don't really do it as much anymore. And I don't lift heavy right now. I may not again. I don't care. Well, I'm happy. The point I'm getting away from, which I want to focus on, is that for me, Zumba is something that, like, now Karen called these disruptors, and I'm not sure but I call them tools. But it's true. It disrupts your train of thought. Let's say you're feeling down or aggravated or something. So it's something that and we'll focus more on this later. I'm going to do some readings now first, and something that will help you to shift your energy. You need something to shift your energy. For me, Zumba, it's like an instantaneous thing. I turn on the Zumba with the teacher that I love the most, who is Z Dancer Liz, and she always has great music that resonates with me and movements that resonate with me. And honestly, I just boom. Anything that was troubling me. And then by the time I'm done, my body's buzzing. Now, for me, Zumba is a great tool. For you, it could be fishing. I don't fish, but somebody does. One of you fishes, or maybe more than one. Fishing is a big tool for somebody right there. Running, I know. So I know one of you offhand is an amazing runner. That's an amazing tool. Let me see. Lauren says, people are naturally superior to me in certain ways, and that's okay. People that are 6'2" and naturally superior. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with the word superior. That's and with all due respect, your perspective is your perspective. I see superior and feel energetically that superior is a judgment that's saying someone is better than me because they're taller or they're thinner or they're something, or they're smarter, or they're more educated. I spent a lot of years thinking that people were like superior in some way, although I didn't. But I want you to know that you're perfect just the way you are. You're perfect just the way you are. You intended to come into this body, and I'm excited for you. And Tracy says, I have a feel-good playlist that lifts my energy. Also equine therapy. Beautiful. 2 perfect examples. That's what I want to know. Better than me at certain things. Yeah, and that's all right. Listen, you know what? If I wanted to be a professional football player, there'd be a lot of people better than me. Probably most. Probably everybody. But that's okay. I didn't come here with that intention. You know what I'm saying? She goes, you did not read the other comments. No, I'm sorry, sweetie. I didn't read all the comments. I'm moving right along, and But I totally honor you, Lauren. I'm just sharing my perspective on the word, my dear, not on you, not on you. All right. Bolita says I love Zumba. Makes me feel like the Caribbean queen when I'm doing Zumba. Yeah, I know. It's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. But weightlifting to me is also awesome, and so it could be things like I said I wasn't going to talk about them right now, but I kind of am because this is so important. Oh, now where did it? Okay, it's the wrong. It's the thing when you got so many notebooks and they all look alike. Like meditation, gratitude list, Zumba, weightlifting, yoga, walking out in nature, right? Taking a shower or a bath, um, smudging. Oh my God. Remind me to tell you later about my smudging this morning. So in the meantime, go ahead and let me know in the comments what are some tools that you have in your toolkit. So if you're not feeling your highest, you're not feeling your best, but you want to feel better, what are some of the tools that your go-to tools you can reach right into your vibrational virtual toolkit and pull one out and just use it because it's a winner for you. Okay, so let me know in the comments if you're drawn on YouTube and on Facebook. In the meantime, I'm going to selenite myself because I get so happy and excited to see you all. And I'm going to first pull up now. Say the first reading is Myra. Say I'm here. Just say I'm here. So again, it's going to be Myra, Heather, Kendria, and Nasia. And let me know if you donate for a reading. Then you'll be next after. You'll right after Nasia. Okay. And all right, cool. I love that. Kendra says journalism. That's cool. Very cool. I listen to healing frequency music. Beautiful, Heather. Myra says, I am here. Excellent. Let me pull you up on the screen. Let me just first chat. Says music. Music, it bypasses the human mind. It bypasses all the thought processes and the stuff that can get, like an idea can get stuck in there, but music just transcends that. And it's a really powerful tool. I'm glad so many of us use music as a tool. And one of you might like really resonate to jazz, and another really resonate to ambient music, and then somebody else loves rock, and it's going to be different for everyone because what's a tool to me may not be a tool. Like let's say if it's like heavy metal. I used to like heavy metal. I don't enjoy heavy metal, and so that wouldn't really work for me now. It would have one 10 x amount of years ago, but for some of you that's exactly what resonates with you the most. And Laura Sheridan, thank you very much, my dear. I will put you down. Okay, I better start doing some readings. I have okay, so we have 5 on the list. I can usually do a maximum of 10, although I don't really worry about it because Spirit's not going to give me more than I can handle. So here we go. Alrighty, Myra first. All right. Oh, this is exciting. Celtic music, a past life for sure. Oh, I love that. hmm Sometimes it's hard for me to get out of my excitement for the conversation. Just you know what I mean, to shift gears, but that's okay. Hang on, I'm gonna reach into my own toolkit. Folk metal is my thing right now. Celtic music. For me, I have to share Arabic music. It's not my heritage in this life, but I used to belly dance. I still love the music. It's just very, very drawn. So clearly, definitely for me, that's a past life thing. The Arabic music just totally takes me into another space and time. Not what I generally listen to all the time, but one of those things that Jackie Wilson, "The Sweetest Feeling" is my number one song. I know that song. Okay, if Spirit wants to drop the tune in my head, they will. Okay, I'm going to quiet my mind for a minute, guys. Give me a moment, please. Grounding. I want to invite you to breathe with me. If you feel drawn to just quiet your mind, take a deep breath, hold it for a moment or two, exhale. Just if a thought comes in, just let it flow right out. Just be present in the stillness of the moment. Calling in my spirit team, my higher self, always present, spirit guides, angels and archangels, my galactic family. I'm calling in the ascended masters, Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, Kuan Yin, all the ascended master energy that serves our greatest and highest good today. And I call in source energy, Abraham, the stream, call it what you will. It is creator, source being, all it is. I'm expanding my energy out. Connecting with my team. And I'm calling forth the energies, the teams, the guides that are connected with all the beautiful souls that I'll be reading for today. May they step forward one at a time and connect with my team. And if it's meant to be, connect with me directly so that I may be used as this vessel, that your spirit light may shine through me and bring forth the highest vibrational readings for all those who are here with us today. And of course, specifically those who I am reading for individually. They're showing me the cup runneth over. There will always be messages for others. They're showing me like a spring. So it'll be focused in your cup. Like right now, it's Myra. It'll be focused in your cup, but the cup runneth over. There's always messages and meaning for all those of us that are here now and on the replay, because it's always now. All right, I'm feeling drawn to grab. I'm just going to grab all the decks and grab whichever one I'm called to at that moment. Pulling them all out of my little trusty box. All right. If you're just getting here now, welcome. I'm not going to say hello and look at your name right now because I'm focused on the person that I'm reading for, and that is Myra at the moment. Okay. Right now I'm Trixie Honey with my cat moving the camera because she's pushing the cards with her nose because she's pretty and she's pushy and ow! She pushed it on my leg. All right. I guess I'm supposed to use the Divine Dog Wisdom cards. They've dropped on my lap. Those suckers are heavy too. All right. Your first card is this one. Oh, how do you love that, Myra? Success. By the way, when I'm reading for you, before I start, or if you have a specific question, ask me in the beginning. And if you just want a general reading, that's great. Right now we're focusing on January. So if you don't give me a specific question, Spirit has called my attention to the month of January 2022. So Myra, I'm seeing success. It says honor your gifts. Honor your gifts. They're saying success comes to you in abundance this month. I don't like to limit it to a certain month. Just know if we're focusing on January, but that's again with the cup runneth over thing. You know what I'm saying? If there's something you like, you create your reality. So if you're enjoying your success, let that just keep flowing and flowing and flowing. And now they're showing me patience any day now. So I feel like you don't see now. You may not see this yet. You may not see this yet. I have to drink some water. But you will. When the time is right, you will. And when I say right, I mean divine timing. Trust. Have faith. Know that you're really, they're saying next dose of well-being is coming. So I'm not really sure what that means, but it's not for me to interpret. It's for me to share. Okay, I'm just sharing it. That's part of the learning of being a psychic for me, is learning to stay out of the way and just let spirit deliver the messages. Okay, I also have this card for you, Swan Spirit. Time to take a deep dive. Ah, you definitely have gifts, and I do feel they are psychic gifts. The number is 6, which is interesting because 6 plus 60. So 6 plus 0, excuse me, energy moving is 6. 6 is a beautiful energy, and it's also the energy of 222, 2022. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. So this is a good year for you. So this is also a good year for you to take a deep dive. Take a deep dive, learn more about who you are. And this is, what is that word? They say time connecting with your spirit guides and all that is. This is your time for attunement. Your time for attunement. 2 more cards. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. I do feel very strongly about your gifts, about your gifts at this time. A lot of upgrades are happening. You may notice an enhanced sense of taste, smell, hearing, sight, sound, feeling. You may be noticing these things. You're be aware. Be aware. Be present with yourself. They're saying if you feel something different or experience something that you're unaccustomed to in this life, you can ask spirit, is this for my greatest and highest good? You can also ask them, is this mine? If you're experiencing something, because I feel like you're a feeler and you often feel things from other people, may not even realize it. Is this mine? So you're walking down the street, hypothetical, and you suddenly feel a headache, but you didn't have a moment ago. And you're like, oh, why do I feel this? Or maybe you're all happy and all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's not yours. Or ask, is this mine? Because if this isn't mine, spirit, please take it away. Another tool for you to put in your toolbox. If this isn't mine, spirit, please remove it. And then just let it go. You're going to find, this goes for a lot of us. You're going to find that most of what you feel and experience, if it's not even yours. And that's that one tool. Honestly, that's a lifesaver. That's a good one. Let me see if you've commented. I'm going to just look for Myra's comments right now. Okay, because it's more precise. Taste, feel. Love that. Yes, I do a lot, and that's so true. Thank you. I also get the armadillo spirit card for you. Said healthy boundaries. So as you are evolving, and as you are awakening. Okay, so breaking the chain and these two cards go together. So I do feel that this is some of the contrast that you're experiencing in this life is learning when and how to establish and to enforce boundaries. When I say enforce, I don't like the energy of that word. It feels like I'm pushing something. How can I rephrase that, spirit? Set. That's a better word. Set boundaries. Setting boundaries. Yeah, that's a nice, easy word. You know what I mean? So it's like a state of being, not I have to do something. You don't have to do anything. You set a boundary. Like I'm going to say yes when I mean yes and no when I mean no. And when you set boundaries, they always make them in the positive. You don't want to say, I'm not going to do this. Because when you say I'm not going to do something, then you're focusing on doing it. That's like people saying, if somebody says, oh, I don't want to be sick, well, then you're actually focusing on being sick. I know that sounds contradictory to a lot of like life beliefs, but that's how it works energetically, and everything is energy. So that's just the way it is. That's not even my opinion. That's just how it is. There's some universal laws when you talk about the law of attraction, and that's one of them. So set boundaries for yourself. Say yes when you mean yes, no when you mean no. And that takes practice, but it is something that's going to help you to not only break patterns in your own life, but help you break patterns from your ancestors. Because remember, all time runs concurrently. Linear time is a man-made construct. So you are actually healing your whole ancestral line as you heal yourself. And let me see, Myra says, I do need to set my boundaries, and I do feel others' feelings, and I smell spirit, and it does take practice. Amen, sister. I hear you. You know, it's interesting that you say I smell spirit. Have you been smelling things like, okay, I've been experiencing this lately and I feel drawn to share it. So must have to do with you too. I was telling Kimmy the other day, Kimmy Siegel, that I have like smell-o-vision now. I was watching a movie and they were eating biscuits and I started smelling biscuits. And it's not just that. I mean, I'm smelling things often now that there's no way it's not coming from my current physical reality. It's definitely outside of the physical reality. And I do feel that you're tuned into that as well. So you're saying you smell spirit. Yes, you do. You do. And I think it's so interesting. And I want to invite you to ask them, what is this about? Like I smell strawberries. I don't, but I'm just saying, for example, I smell strawberries. Why do I smell strawberry, spirit? And when you ask spirit a question, let the question go. She goes, yes, I smell food, smoke, perfume. Oh, you are such a medium, girl. Hello, Kaylee. Welcome. Yes, those are very common. Isn't that interesting? Smoke, very common. Perfume, yes, yes. Claire Gustans. Thank you, Lauren. Smoke, perfume, and very often, not all the time, but very often it might be like sometimes I'll smell Old Spice. My dad used to wear that, and I'll know it was him. Or I'll smell cigarettes, and I'm like, Dad, is that you? Because he didn't always smoke, but he did for 30 years though. But it's not always him. But I'm just letting you know. Find out. Oh, that's interesting. She goes, I sense when something is wrong with my husband. That's good to know. It's good to know, but at the same time, you want to give him the opportunity. I feel drawn to share this. You have to give him the opportunity to be ready to talk about whatever it is. Because sometimes I feel like you sense it and you kind of want to fix it or discuss it. He may not be ready yet in that now moment. So I'm feeling drawn to say hold space for him. Hold space until he's ready. Just because you know something and you know, it doesn't mean you don't know it. But it doesn't mean that he's ready to know it yet. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things about being psychic is which we all are to some degree, but one of the gifts that we have, but is the ability to know how to use our gift for the greatest and highest good of all. Mm-hmm. For our own greatest and highest good. Thank you, Spirit. Focusing on ourselves first. Our own greatest and highest good. And it's when some people have that the ego gets involved. Like a lot of people that don't have any. Like I've met some before, and that's okay. That's your experience. It's fine. But if you hear something or know something about somebody, and I don't really feel this is for you, Myra. I have to say that I don't feel this is specifically for you, but I do feel drawn to share this. And whoever it resonates with, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If you're feeling something about somebody or you know something, like you just, this is really hypothetical, although it's from my childhood, my mother's friend. But anyway, if you know some stranger is having an affair, you don't, okay, I'm not telling you what to do, but I personally would never walk up to somebody and say that. But that's me. That's another professional boundaries. That's what spirit is saying. Just have professional boundaries and personal boundaries. So these are no, you have the gifts when to use them. Just because you know something doesn't mean you need to share it. Because a lot of times the ego wants to be right. The ego wants to be right. It wants to be right. It's not about being right. Because there is no right and wrong. There is no good and bad. There isn't. Everything just is. Everything just is. How you perceive it through your lens is what makes it what it is to you through your filter. So that's what I've got for you today, Myra. That was awesome. Thank you so much. And she said, yes, I need to hold back. I noticed that I need to hold back before I tell him. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling because it's not, doesn't serve, because if you create conflict, if you inadvertently create, they're saying opening up a can of worms. If you inadvertently create conflict where there was none, then did that really serve your greatest and highest good or his greatest and highest good? And what was the purpose? What, you know what I mean? I would really invite you to ask spirit, is this for, first of all, check in with yourself. How does it feel to you? Like, let's say you have a feeling about him or a knowing or whatever it is. You have a feeling, but it doesn't feel like, then you think about sharing it with him. It doesn't really feel good, but maybe you think I should say this. Hold back. Hold back. Just pause. Because if you're feeling it in your body that it doesn't feel good, but you're thinking with your human mind, I should say this, don't do that. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do. Do whatever you want, but I'm inviting you to pause. Just pause. It's not going anywhere. You can always, address it later, but breathe through it and release it and release it and release it. Because just because you perceive it doesn't mean that he's ready to talk about it. He may never be ready to talk about it, but it's important because I feel like I know in my relationships that I had in the past, I would know things and I would say things, but I'm sure I didn't do it in a gentle way sometimes if it was something I didn't want to happen. So I would probably say blah 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 blah. I'm telling you, we can really create a big mess for ourselves and for the other person. And that like if you're trying to help somebody, well, I know this, but why are you sharing it? Is it going to serve the couple, the person, et cetera, et cetera? She goes, yes, I need to pause because he freaks out. There you go. There you go. That's it in a nutshell. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. So if he's going to freak out when you tell him something, because does that serve your greatest and highest good? Does it serve his greatest and highest good? Feel it in your body. If you know something, guys, and it feels good to you, like, oh my God, I feel like you're going to be so successful in your next endeavor or whatever. If it feels really good, then share it. If you're drawn, but you'll know the way it feels. If you're like struggling with it, it's not, it should feel like ease and flow. It should feel like ease and flow. I practice this all the time because I do readings, obviously, professionally, and so, but in my personal life, I've learned not to say much unless the person asks me. So, you know what? Let me invite you to do this. You can say, you know what? I have a feeling or whatever about this or that. Do you want to know what it is? Because you can ask. Do you want to know? Do you want to? Because if they don't want to know, don't blurt it out and tell them. Because that's the ego saying, "Oh, I know something, and I want to tell you because I want to be right." In the meantime, the person's like, you know what I mean? Hi, Kira. Welcome. New here. I'm so glad you're here. Myra says, I can totally resonate. I'm so glad. Facebook user said good advice. Namaste, Facebook user. Okay. All right. So next up. So thank you so much for your generous donation. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. Next up is, where'd my book go? Okay. I know it's right here. Is that it? See, because I said I have matching books and they get confused. I didn't use the word confused, but that's what I was implying. And so I did. Where in the world? Spirit, where to go? Okay, this is so goofy. Maybe it's on a different page. That's not even possible. Hang on. Guys, I just had my notebook. I have your names in it. I mean, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I can find it in this. I can pull it up on. But where did it go? Isn't that weird? Now, was that the book I was using? You know what? I'll tell you what. Humaning, I call it humaning. Humaning for some people is so easy. For me, like the esoteric and being psychic is easy. And humaning is something different. I could do a psychic reading, but hanging a picture? Actually, I could hang a picture, but I'm just saying. All right, give me 1 second. I've got to figure out where I put the book. Did anybody see where I put it? I swear it went into a new dimension. Wait a minute. It didn't go into it. It's right here. Jeez. I was like, where did it go? It went into a different dimension. And things do that sometimes. And that does happen, But usually not as obviously as that. Christy, I need to run. I'll be back later if you still want. Well, hi, Christy. I'm so glad you're here and take care. Thank you for stopping by, my dear. All right, excellent. All right. Good evening. I'm sorry I didn't say hello earlier. I did not see you, my dear. I didn't. When I'm in the middle of a reading, I don't. I have learned. I have learned not to stop the reading generally to say hello to somebody else because every person that I say hello to, I've connected with your energy for that moment. And so while I'm in the middle of a reading for one person, I tend to stay focused on that person. It's always my intention. Sometimes spirit takes me elsewhere, but or maybe it's my human mind, but it's all good. It's all good. Heather, my dear, you are next. Heather, you are next, Heather. Thank you, Kendria. Ooh, you're good. Is my list long? No, my list is not that long. I've got Heather, Kendria, Nasia, and Lauren. Now, how long each reading takes is just up to spirit. But if you want to donate, Kira, you are more than welcome. I am doing readings every Wednesday for open donations. So that means you donate from your heart. You ask spirit, you ask your inner being or your higher self, what energy exchange feels right to me? Feels. Do it as a feel. Not I'm thinking like, is this too much? What will she like? Is this too little? Is this, can I pay my bills? No. Feel the energy exchange within your body. Does this feel good to me? Yeah. And then if it feels right, you'll know. You'll know. I mean, if you're going to donate $2, it may not feel right to you. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. If all you've got is $2, well, God bless you, and I'll still read for you. But I'm just saying, you'll know. You'll know by the feels. You'll know by the feels. On other days, I generally set a specific price, like $25 or something like that, or 30 or 44, but it depends. But today, Open Donation Wednesday, we do what we do, and every donation is just perfect. It's like baby bear's porridge. It's just right. So I'm so excited that you're all here. Oh my God. I love you guys so much. Okay, Heather, you're next, my dear. Facebook user donated. Okay, that is excellent. But what is your name, Facebook user, and where did you donate? I have to have a name. I don't have to. I'm sure I could read for you anyway, but I would like to. Let me see. Where Vladimir? Okay, Vladimir. Laura. Okay, hang on. All right, guys. Now what do I do with my book? Seriously? There it is again. Okay. Welcome, Vladimir, and thank you, Laura. Okay, so wait a minute. All right, so I've got Heather, Kendria, Nasia, Lauren. Then I have Laura and Vladimir. We're getting close to being maxed out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me check Cashapp. I don't see anything new on Cashapp. Cashapp. Okay. Oops. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Oh, Lauren, you didn't donate? Okay, dear. Then it was Laura, not Lauren. Thank you for that. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Well, then we still have room for more. So we have Heather, Kendria, Nasia, Laura, and Vladimir. Alrighty. It's actually pretty busy tonight. So I'm doing, and today, and again, I'm doing donation readings today for open donations. All right. Alrighty. Kaylee Harpin. Oh, thank you very much. Hey, thank you, Kimmy. Thank you very much. Okay, perfect. All right, next up. Oh, Kira sent. Okay, thank you, dear. Let me take a look. Please, when you say sent, let me know where you sent it, so I don't keep looking from one thing to the other. It's easier for me that way. Okay, looks like it was Cashapp. Not like it's that difficult, but it saves me like 20 seconds, which is good for all of us. Kira, thank you, dear. Gotcha. Alrighty. That's a beautiful name, Kira. I like that. Alrighty. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. Let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I'm trusting you, Spirit. I'm trusting you. I'm trusting Spirit to give me just the right amount of readings today and everything. And they will, because they always do. I should send to favorite pizzeria. Now you sound like John. I don't know who you are. Okay. Oops. Let me get that. Ugh. I would like to ask you to give us your name, Facebook user, because I have a feeling that I have a feeling. Tell me your last name, John. If you tell me your last name, I won't block you. Because I'm about to do that because I feel like you're playing with me and I don't appreciate that. So if you're who I think you might be, if you're who you're pretending to be, then you're a good friend of mine. But I don't think you would Oh, right, it is you. John, what are you doing? I almost blocked you, John. Jesus. Excuse me. Pineapple. Okay. Hello, Galante. Is it Galante? What a great name. If I'm mispronouncing it, please forgive me. I always do my best, everybody. I do my best to pronounce names correctly. Do I always do it correctly? No, but I always try my best. Oh, I don't like that word try. Anyway, I always do my best. All right, next up, Heather. Heather. I better get going. I swear, I was starting to be like, this is not feeling right. This person's a little shady. Why won't they give me a name? You know what I mean? John, if you did donate, let me know because I don't know where. I'm not seeing it. It wouldn't be my first block. Now I know it's you. Well, I was starting to like, that doesn't feel quite right. You know what I mean? Like, anyway. I'm glad it's you. I'm glad you're here. All right, let me take a sip of something. I bought this coffee today. Okay, so what happened is one of my neighbors. This is really right before Christmas. Was giving away a Keurig machine. You know those coffee machines with these little pods. I wouldn't have purchased one, but I would certainly like one, and now I have one. And so I'm experimenting with different pods. Although I feel like it's kind of like a lot of plastic in the universe, so I'm probably going to get what Kimmy talked about, which is a reusable one. But for now, because it's only my second box of pods, because I just got it, set up. So I got one called Turtle Love. Turtle Love, and it's like I didn't like it this morning, but now I like it better because it's a dark and it tastes like that turtle candy, like caramel and stuff like that. And my next box will be something simple and organic, but I don't know. My shopper, I use Instacart right now. My shopper was at Publix, and I'm like, I forgot to put it down. I said, "Can you tell me what they have?" And he's like, "I said, just get me something inexpensive." There's nothing inexpensive at Publix. Like 10 pods for $7.15. I'm like, yeah, that one. But it's interesting. Oh God, I just dropped all the cards. All right, Spirit, I'm getting there. All right, Heather, you're there. Here we go. John with a pineapple. Too funny. I'm like, I got a troll here. Uh-oh. I swear, I was like, I was feeling into it. I'm like, Instacart. Oh, do you? You use? Oh, I use it all the time. Yeah, I used to use Shipt. Now I use Instacart. Although honestly, I was looking at the prices of vegan meat at Walmart, and it's so much less money. Oh my God! Like I pay $9.90. I pay 10. Excuse me, about $10.99 for a package of Beyond Beef, 16 ounces of Beyond Beef at Publix. They don't have that at Aldi. But at Walmart, it's like 6.99. I think I'm a little bit off, but something, I mean, it's a vast difference, like several dollars difference. And so I might try Walmart next month and see if I like that. Because they really do have so many like organic products now and vegan and vegetarian. She goes, "Oh, my daughter works for them. Cool. I think it would kind of be fun. How do I get you up there, John? I'm looking for Heather. Okay, cool. How come you're on a website that doesn't have your name or anything? That's so odd. Okay, here we go. Cleansing again. Moving forward with our readings. Spirit's saying focus on your wellness, not an illness. And they specifically didn't say your illness because you never want to say, I don't know what it is, but there's something. They want you to focus on your wellness. They want you to focus on your wellness. And the two cards that I'm getting for you right now are endurance. Keep your eye on the ball. And promise. New moon promise. Let me see. They said wellness is your birthright. Trust your abundance of wellness, your abundance of health, your abundance of everything, anything good. It's your birthright. Hang on. They said it's a slippery slope once you start focusing on what you don't want. And then explaining to other people keeps you in the vibrational spiral. So if you're trying to explain yourself to other people, like, well, I don't, do I have an analogy for the spirit? They're using an Abraham. It's definitely Abraham energy. I called them in. Don't argue for your limitations. Don't argue. Allow yourself to be well, and don't argue for your limitations. The next card I have for you is number 38. That's beautiful. Oh my, beautiful actually. Lizard spirit, dream the world into being. I'm sorry, I'm startled for the moment because it's something that's only happened like 3 times in 7 years, but my cat's brought in a lizard today. It was alive. Trixie, give me 1 second, please. You can't do that, dude. Shoot. 1 moment. She threw that on my. It's okay. It's all good. Girlfriend, you are naughty. I'm just saying. Oh, I don't want to create that reality. I mean, you're a good girl, Trixie. Why do cats knock things off counters? But then she knocked it onto my. It's okay. It's all right. Anyway, so the lizard lived, but first thing I did was scream. There's a reason. I don't know what it is, but there's a reason I'm sharing this with you, so you'll know what it is. I screamed, and then I stepped outside for a minute, and I took a breath because I realized I'm the only one here. I'm the one that has to remove it from the house. You know, in another reality, I'd be like, so and so, can you please get that? I assure you, I've done that before, but I'm the one that has to do it. Although Meagan literally picked it up in her mouth, and I'm like, oh my God, don't do that. I knew she wouldn't eat it, but I didn't know what she was doing. She was probably trying to help me. And anyway, she put it down. It was okay. I mean, but I wound up getting it outside, and then it was gone later, which was a good thing. And it looked a whole lot like this, but without wings. And so bless that thing. Dreaming the world into being. Dream the world into being. They said, you are brave. You are stronger than you know. You are a light worker, and I'm hearing the word plurker, light plurker, which is the word play and work. Adironda, channeled by Marilyn Harper, uses that all the time. Light plurkers. You have a big heart, Heather. Huge. You have a big heart. You're a beautiful soul, and you want to help and heal others. And what is that? Start by healing. You can help others, but you must start by healing yourself and loving yourself. Dream your wellness into being. Speak it into existence. Speak it. I am healthy. I am well. Let me see. What was it that was you were bringing to me earlier, Spirit? Ah, the I am. Oh, this is so great. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so Dr. Wayne Dyer, a lot of you have heard I am that I am. And I've heard that explained and it resonates with me. I am that I am, meaning I am source energy. I am that I am. I am that I am. But you can use it that way, as I often do. But he was explaining it in a video where I am what? That stands for anything you want it to. So I am healthy, right? I am wealthy. I am happy. So you don't have to say that. You can just say I am that. So the word that will stand in place of happy, healthy, etc. So you say I am that I am. I am that I am. And it also encompasses I am all that. I am that I am. So that's what's coming up right now, girl. Let me see if any comments that you've made. Let me take a look. Okay, hang on. John wants to know how to show his name. Oh. Oh, it's not your account. It's StreamYard. Oh, Kimmy, are you there? Can you help John with that link to show for StreamYard? So it will so it doesn't say you have to give them permission. I think that's what it is. And I'm sure. And if Kimmy's still here, it usually pops up in the description. Honestly, it usually pops up in the description. What is vegan meat does not defeat the purpose of life. It's made from plants. It's plant-based meat, but it tastes like meat. Not all of them do, but the ones I like Beyond Meat tastes like meat, which works for me because I don't want to eat animals. Anyway, that's what it is. Made from plants. And Heather says, okay, definitely resonates right now. Yeah, and she goes, okay, wow, okay. First time I heard that term. I need to. It all makes sense. I'm sorry that I'm not. Tina saying join StreamYard. It's not a joining. Yes, you have to allow. It's an allowing, not a joining, because there's nothing. You don't have to sign up or pay for anything, but you do have to click on a link to allow them to show your name. That's what it is. Thank you for that, Tina. Yes, everything you are, you be or are. Yes, yes, yes. Ah, thank you, Kimmy. Hey, Diane Hoffman, you're here. Hello, hello. Give permission. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad it resonates with you, Heather. I'm sending you infinite love and light, my dear. You are awesome. You are well. And you are very, very psychic. And you're a medium too, just so you know. In case you don't know, you know. I'm just saying. Which is the reason why you're experiencing different health conditions and things, because you're taking on the energy of other people. Okay, I feel drawn to share this right now. This morning, I hadn't smudged my apartment in over a year. It had been a long time, and I keep looking for it now because my little pieces. I had a half a piece of sage left or whatever, and it's gone now. So this morning I was in my meditation, and like I didn't even realize I did it. I literally, while I was in meditation, I got up, I found my lighter, I grabbed my sage, and I smudged the heck out of this place, top to bottom, every window, every corner. I smudged it from anyone that's ever been in my apartment, everyone that built my apartment, everyone that has ever lived here, any workmen, any spirits that I've spoken to, anyone I've ever read for, anyone that's read for me. I mean, all these things just started pouring out of me, pouring out. I just released any energy that wasn't mine, and for my greatest and highest good. I smudged it all. I also smudged the smoke alarm and I set it off. I didn't know. I mean, I would logically I would know, but I wasn't in my human mind. I was just, and I didn't have a feather. I have a lot of feathers, but I wasn't. I grabbed a paddle brush. So I've got the smudge and I'm smudging. And interestingly, when I put it out later on that day, because then I realized I made my dog nauseous. I didn't mean to do that. I should have. Everything, all the windows were open, but I should have probably asked him to leave the room. Anyway, so we all learned something. But really, the whole house was filled with sage. Lessons learned. Everybody's fine. And the smoke alarm is off. But I put out the the sage at the end with the paddle brush because I really just wanted it out. Um, and it made like a bird. I'd have to show. I don't have it with me, but I could show it to you sometime. It looks like a bird to me, like a partridge or something like that in the imprint where the little burn left on the wood. But smudging is really important. That's the point here is smudging and releasing all energies and cord removal, guys. Cord removal, Heather. Let go. Ask Archangel Michael to remove, release all any energies that are not yours, that are not for your greatest and highest good. That includes for you for cord removal. It includes past lives. They said that you're still carrying around some trauma from past lives, and they're actually saying concentration camp, which is interesting because that's one of my. I was in one of my past lives too. But I have to move on to the next reading. But I love you. You're awesome. I'm so glad that you allowed me to read for you tonight, and I look forward to doing it again. And next up, she goes. The cool part. That part is cool. Looking like a bird. It looks like a bird. Yeah. Well, the whole thing was cool. That the smudging was phenomenal. It was just the absolute. The energy in my apartment is so clear. And honestly, my cat Trixie started playing with a toy when it was over. Chevy was grooming. Megan and Paws were happy. We were all happy. All of us. I felt like I had started to feel edgy and annoyed in my own home. And I'd work into certain rooms and I'd be like, "Argh." And I was not, it's not like me to be edgy or angry. Who am I angry at? Nobody. I'm just walking from room to room and I'm feeling stuff. And I realized, oh, I've got to smudge this place. And I did. And it was powerful. And there's no should, but doing it more often, more than once every year or two, I think is a good idea. But doing it, if you haven't done it yet or you haven't done it recently, I really want to invite you to smudge and cut cords, because when you're really psychic like we are, you're carrying around other people's energies and then other people's burdens sometimes, and then past life stuff and ancestral stuff, and the workman might have unplugged your toilet or something, and then you got his energy in your bathroom. I'm telling you, this is really powerful. Another good tool in the tool. That's a powerful tool, John. Yeah. Oh yeah. In fact, I want to write that down because I'm making a list and checking it twice. But I'm just saying. Oh, I think I have. Nope, I don't have it. Oh, yes, I do. It's number 7, smudging. And I said, left a note for myself, make a stream on how. All right, next up. Da, 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 da. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, thank you. Kendria, you are next. Okay. And if anybody ever donates for a reading and they can't stay, don't worry. You can watch it on the replay. Everything in divine timing. But everybody that, barring, natural something that would cause the stream to stop, I shouldn't even say things like that, but it won't. But if it ever did, I would just inbox you. But I'm just letting you know. Otherwise, I will do them all right here, right now. All right. Yay! All right. There you are. Cool. Kendria Harrison. Okay. This is another great tool, selenite. Yeah, I set off the smoke alarm twice. But it's okay. Oop, here's your first card. Really, Spirit? I was just shuffling, but there you're getting it too. Lizard Spirit. Number 38. Lizard Spirit. Dream the world into being. Remember, you create your own reality. What world do you want to live in? Do you want to live in a happy world? And oh, wait a minute, you got another one too. Or do you want, you know what I mean? You create your own reality. Let's see what the next card is. Know your worth. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. Number 54. Which 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 is usually the end of a cycle. So know your worth. So if you have any self-doubts, and I've this spirit saying they creep in sometimes. And I feel like you've been having more than usual. They said it happens to everybody, but you've been having more than usual. It's the now reality that we're living in, because we are at the end of a cycle, actually the beginning of a new one. And so in 2022, it really is a new cycle that we're in. Letting go of the past, releasing what no longer serves us. Trust that you are enough. Trust that you are enough. And don't ever put yourself down. They're saying like you put yourself down in front of others sometimes. They're saying you do it because you kind of want to uplift them, but it's not how it works. By putting yourself down, you're not lifting them up. I know it seems like, well, if I put myself down, then they'll. It's not like a scale like that. Like if I put myself down, then they'll be uplifted. You know what I mean? Like the scales. But that doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't, because if you put yourself down, they're going down too, because everything is vibrational. Everything is vibrational. So you're not uplifting them by bringing yourself down. You're bringing yourself down, and then if they're with you, they're going to vibrationally match the negative spiral. It doesn't serve you. That's the main thing here. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve you. That's why they're saying dream the new world into being, or dream the world into being. And what world do you want to create? A world where you're enough and you're worthy just the way you are. And you're beautiful, and you're healthy, and you're intelligent, and you're smart, and you're all these wonderful, amazing things. Is that the world that you want to create? Then just make it so. Just make it so. And I want you to be aware. Let's look at this. Another card. Can you believe it? Look at that. Do you love this or what? Do you love this? Self-worth all over the place. Know your worth. Love what you see. I love spirit. I love how they work with these cards and the way it's great. I'm a soul psychic, but seriously, you are amazing. You are enough. You are worthy. You don't have to change anything. You're perfect just the way you are. So stop doubting yourself, or don't. It's up to you. But you can create a world where you don't have to excuse yourself to anybody, or explain yourself to anybody, or say, well, I used to be this way. You don't even have to do that. You can be happy and confident today and not have to explain to anybody, well, yesterday I wasn't happy and confident, but today I am, because when you're focusing on yesterday, that's the past. Well, of course there is. Let's just work with the past and the future for the moment as if it's a thing, because it's already happened. So it's not something that if it's not something that you want to recreate, then don't keep saying it, and don't call it back. Because I question myself all the time. Wow, yeah, don't you? If you by calling it back into being, by calling it back in, like let's say you're feeling really good now. I've done this myself, so I'm kind of familiar with this. Let's say you're feeling really good now, and then you're talking to somebody. You're like, but I wasn't like that. Like yesterday, I was feeling that. Cat, be aware. Be aware. You could just stop. Literally, you could stop in mid sentence and just shift gears. It's like you're driving down the road and you're about to take a left. Oh, I made a right. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. Just don't go there, or go there if you want to go there, but be aware of it. Be mindful of the words that you're speaking, because think of the words like spelling, creating a spell with the words that you're using. You're creating your reality with the words that you speak about yourself and your experience in the world. If you create if you paint your picture that you're a victim, you'll continue to create the reality where you're the victim in the story, and then you'll keep saying, "Look at that, I'm right. I see that. I was victimized by that person. I was victimized by that person. Are there spirits around me?" Well, always. There's always spirits around us and energies that we can't see. Well, some of us can see. But is there somebody specifically that, and if I see something or whatever, I'll let you know. But is there somebody specifically, thank you, John, specifically that you want to message from, or want to know if they're around you? She goes, oh my goodness, you're right. Yep. Feeling it, feeling it. And my last card that I have for you tonight, I'm hearing something like great uncle. Somebody by the name of Lewis. Yes, specific. Well, then, okay, then feel free to let me know who it is, and I'll let you know if I Claire. Oh, that's interesting, Clarence. Well, I heard Lewis, which is not quite Clarence, but it's a similarity. What? Hang on. I don't generally. Oh, I shouldn't say that because then I'm creating a reality that I don't want. So hang on a minute. Let me see. Let me see what I get. I get what I get. This is what I get. I don't work like Teresa Caputo. I work like me. So what I'm getting for you right now is hearts. There, I'm seeing like those Facebook hearts, like when you click on the hearts and it just keeps going like heart, heart, heart. I'm seeing all these hearts flowing, flowing, flowing to you from the heart center, from the heart center of. You have an uncle named Lewis. You do have an uncle named. Well, that's interesting. Wow. Is he still incarnate? Is he still on Earth? Your Uncle Lewis? That's fascinating that I can do that. Truly, it is. It amazes me every time. Grandma's brother. I feel like this is what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing. That he's sending you so much love, so much love. He's sending you so much love, so much love. And the last card that I have for you, Kendria, is Scarab Beetle Spirit. That magic works through you. He passed years ago. Your Uncle Lewis passed years ago? That's so interesting because then he's here. Trixie, please, girl. My cat is so good and she's so present. Thank God I love her so much. My little rascal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, he's definitely here. Yeah, if it's your Uncle Lewis that we're talking about, then he's definitely here. Because I quieted my mind and I got the name Uncle Lewis. So I'm getting all this love, all this love, all this love. That's really cool. I love when I keep expanding as a reader. Every time like that I do something that I feel like is another step up in my own expansion. So I just really want you to know how much I love and appreciate all of you, and I love doing readings for you. And this is just so great for me. And I hope and I think and I feel like it's great for you too. And I just appreciate all of you so much. And I want to point out that this is 5 plus 2, number 52, which is also a 7, which is source energy, which is source energy. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to read for you, Kendria. That was a pleasure. All right. Next up. Who is next? Who's next? Nasia. Are you still here, my dear Nasia? See, I'm here. Let me see. Kendria says, what do that mean? What does what mean? Please, can you please ask me that again? I want to answer your question, but I don't know what you're asking. You're very welcome. Ah, there you are, Nasia. Okay, cool. My pleasure. My pleasure. Okay, hold on. I'm going to wand myself. Oh, look at that. 1111 on the screen. Love that. Love that. Source energy. Oh, source energy means like God, source. Okay, so the word God has a lot of religious and collective energy wrapped around it with all the religions of the ages and stuff like that. So and so it's very mired down. They're saying a viscous quagmire. It's very mired down in the muck and what it means to other people. And some people have very specific ideas about what the word God means because they were raised in a certain religion. And some people were raised in very religious circumstances. And others not so much. But source energy, because everything is energy. And source energy is the origin of everything. Like the energy, the creator. And so God's source energy. I'm sure there's other names that people use. Abraham Hicks uses source energy. I generally use the word source energy. And actually, and David Strickle, who channels the stream, uses the stream of David. So I don't know if he uses source or stream, but it's a streaming consciousness. It's consciousness, all that is. Okay. Glad you asked that. That's a great question, by the way. All right. Let's see ya. Let's see ya. I see ya, Nasia. I just want to say hello and I love you, everybody, on Facebook and YouTube. You are all awesome. All right, cool. So they're showing me your there's this, it actually looks like, it looks like Greece. Now, I don't remember where you're from. I don't, but I'm just sharing what I my vision. Looks like Greece. Beautiful blue skies, white building, window in the shape of an arch, and the window is open, and it's a beautiful day, and your hands are like this, and I see a beautiful white dove. So you're like flinging your hands into the air. It's just a beautiful day, and there's a white dove. I'm asking spirit what it means. Let me know if that hello, Lorna, welcome. Let me know if that resonates, like if that's something, like if that's your house, or you know where the place is. Oh, we have another. All right, so that is a thing on. That's odd. Okay, let me remove that. Yeah, let me know if that resonates with you. If you know what it is. Oh, I can remove it. Okay. Oh, I see. That blocking thing, Kimmy. If you're still here, I want you to know. On If someone is, it's like a bot, like there was a bot just now on YouTube, and I saw three dots, and I was able to click on those dots and block that user within StreamYard, which I found that's what I saw once before, but I wasn't able to find it again. Can't do that with Facebook, but you can do that with a Turkey. Okay, gotcha. This is what I'm seeing for you, and it's very bright. It's a bright, beautiful day. There's fresh air, blue skies, and this card, whoop, which is a nine, which is also the end of a cycle, right? 6 and 3 is nine, number 36. Koi fish spirit, there's always enough. There's always enough. So we're talking about abundance. We're talking about abundance. There's always enough. There's never lack. There's never, there's never, okay. Hummingbird spirit is your next card, which is 7, 3, and 34, 7. Oh, this is beautiful. Saying, be here now. Let's start with back here. There's always enough. There's always enough of everything. Enough wellness. Enough financial abundance. Enough of everything. It's never like, well, if she has this, then I can't have that. It's never like, it's not this or that. It's this and that. I know a lot of you resonate with that message. It's this and that. There's always enough. And sometimes you may feel something like this feeling in your belly, like, well, they have this and I want that, or I feel like she has that, I want that too, I want that. But you can have that. What's happening is you may feel, well, if she had, what happens sometimes, there's this little, like a niggle that we get in our body sometimes when somebody has something that we want, and it isn't that we don't want them to have it, it's that we want it too. And I don't mean like the same boyfriend or something like that. I mean like okay, here's an example of somebody wouldn't really resonate with my audience. That's a crazy um um let's say there's a I'm just trying to think of something that resonates with me to share. I was going to share somebody else's analogy, and it wouldn't have resonated with me, so I couldn't authentically share that. That's what I was trying to say. But it was about a Maserati. What do I want with a Maserati or for? I mean, I'm just saying. It's just um, it's there's enough of everything. There's enough of everything. There's enough for me. There's enough for you. There's enough. There's enough. There is wellness and abundance. It's our beliefs that hold us back from anything that we want more of, that we don't have enough of, or we feel we don't have enough of, that we perceive through our lens that we don't have enough of. That's us holding ourselves back from having it, because it really isn't anything like, well, if they have this, then I can't have that, because there's enough for all of us. There's enough for everybody. And they want you to focus on being here now, focusing on the present. So, in other words, like, let's say there's something that you want. Maybe I used to have that and I want it again, or I don't have that yet. So either you're looking in the past or you're projecting to the future. Be here now. Be here now. Be here now. Focus. Align. Center. Ground center. What do you have right now in front of you? cards, a mouse, a computer, whatever, your desk, you have your, I feel very strongly to be talking to you right now about just mindfulness and just being present and focusing in your now reality, because I feel like you stress yourself out. I feel like you're kind of like a very sensitive person, and you tend to be kind of high strung sometimes in nature, very sensitive, and you worry. You worry. I feel like you worry a lot. Not all the time, but sometimes you worry a lot, and it's because you're so creative and you're so sensitive, but you can channel that energy into positive things for yourself. So worry isn't positive. Worry is low on the vibrational scale. You can channel that same energy into something that serves you well, and something that serves you well. So focusing and being present in your now moment, in your now reality. Where am I right now? Do I have everything I need right now? Do I have air to breathe? Do I have light and sunlight? Do I have, do I have a chair to sit in? And and just be present with yourself and be grateful. Am I healthy? Am I feeling good am I feeling good right now? Am I okay? Am I safe? Good. Good. Hmm. And they want you to know guidance, help is on the way. Because I feel like there's something you've been asking for, something that you feel like you've been needing and that you want. And something, maybe that's the same thing that the others have that you want, and you feel like you don't have it. And they're letting you know that it's there. They're here. It's coming. It's coming, but you have to allow it. And by letting go of the worry and looking in the past and projecting to the future, either reflecting or projecting, let go of those two things. Be present in your now moment and trust. And breathe, breathe, focus on the breath. And this allow, because your guidance will be here, and it's really here and now, but it feels like it's on the way because you're holding it at bay. A lot of rhymes today, Spirit. High five. That was cool. So I hope that resonates with you, my dear. And I appreciate your donation and you allow me to read for you today. And again, with back in the beginning of the reading, with the beautiful window open, with the light coming in and the doves, this is right. This is enough. You have got. It's a bright sunny day. It's a bright. That's for Nasia. Nasia, but if it resonates with you, it's for you too. That meant that reading was for Nasia. But if you're feeling connected to any reading, then that's for you as well. I'm going to read for you specifically, Kira. Excellent. She goes, amazing. I understand everything. Yeah, yeah. That's for any. Oh wow. And John says lots of beautiful confirmation here tonight. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Yay! Next up is Laura. Oh, that's all right, Kira. Kira, I've got Laura and then Vladimir and then Kira. So, yep. Feel free to get a glass of water. You have a little more time left. All right. Oh, wow. Thank you very much, Nasia. Thank you. I'm honored. I'm deeply honored. Thank you for letting me know. I really love being psychic, but it's not just love being psychic. I love being able to use my abilities um, and my gifts, because I call them gifts, but honestly, we all have them. But I'm drawn to do this. I love doing this. That's how you know you're in alignment. Grateful Goddess, hi, I love your name. Greetings to you too. So welcome. Yeah, I love being me. I love being me in my now reality that I've created for myself. And honestly, my readings are more spot on each and every time, and they keep expanding, and I love that. Lorna says to be a channel is amazing. I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, I love it. I do. I love it. I feel very, very blessed. And when honestly, like for those of you, some of you I know are readers too, and Laura says it's an amazing gift you have. Oh, thank you. And using it to help others is beautiful. I'm honored that you said that. Thank you so much. And that's when a lot of us light workers, the way showers, are drawn to help others. And I went through most of my life not really knowing that this was my gift, and knowing that I wanted to help others. So sometimes we have this desire to help others, and we don't know what to do. We don't know how to do it. And so this is my way for now. I mean, I think it's always going to be, but who knows? I'm always expanding and growing. But your way may be something different. You know what I mean? We're all these different pieces of the puzzle. Where was I? Where was I that this person was just so awesome? It's slipping my mind where this person was, but I keep seeing this young man. I keep seeing this young man behind a counter. I can't know why. I don't know where it was, but he was so nice and he was so great and he was so friendly and he made my experience so wonderful. And it was like oh, that's what it was. Thank you, Spirit. He was a cook at a small restaurant where my friend Diane and I ate, and it was delicious food. His name was Robert. Now I remember the whole thing. Thank you, Spirit. See, that's what happens when you don't focus on the problem. The solution pops into your head. Yeah. So it was an awesome restaurant. And just a simple little, but this guy was so nice and he was so friendly and he made the most delicious food and the best French fries. And he couldn't have been any better, really. And that in this now moment, that's his. Maybe he's always he was so aligned. He was doing what he loved, and he loved the owner, and he loved the job, and he loved the customers, and he loved the food, and he was excited about it. That's alignment. That's living your see, that wouldn't be my alignment. That would be like, I've got to cook what? Do what? Huh? You know what I mean? And he'd probably be like, what's a psychic? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he's totally psychic. I have no idea. But I'm just saying, we're all these pieces of the puzzle. We're all different pieces of the jigsaw puzzle. This just reminded me of who saw that when they were little. Like, this is the church, this is the steeple, and you open the door, and I don't know. But anyway, piece of the puzzle. All right. All right, let's see. Where are we? We are Laura. There we are. Laura Sheridan. Excellent. Hello, Joaquim. I just want to say that I am doing readings today for donation of any amount. It's open donations. I have Laura and then Vladimir and then Kira, and I could probably do one more after that, and that's probably it. Okay. So, and then I'll be glad to answer your question. Alrighty. Hello, Cheddar. Let me just read that. Laura Wynn Church says it's the best way possible to give people peace of mind about their loved ones. I love it. I love it all. I love it all. I love it all. And I will share this one thing that I wanted to say, that if you don't say I can't do something, because if you say I can't do this, well, then you can't do that. I stopped saying that. And that can be a challenge, because when you're used to thinking that you can only do this, but you can't do that, then you get used to being that. But you get used to limiting yourself. But limiting beliefs just hold us back from all we want to be. So if I want to be completely open, psychic, medium, channel, and be able to just receive spirit on all levels, then I am that. I am. I am that. I am that. I am that. Okay, Laura Sheridan. Here we go. Okay, Kendria, I'll do that. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Diane Hoffman, my dear. Let me. Where did you donate, on PayPal or Cashapp or Facebook? Which I don't really know where Facebook shows I've never really used that, but I'm signed up for it, I think. Let me see. There you are. Thank you so much, Diane. PayPal it is. All right, so you're after Kira. Thank you very much for your generous donation. Okay, I think Diane Hoffman is going to be the last one tonight. We've got Laura, Vladimir, Kira, and Diane. Okay. Okay, cool. Yep, I think that'll be perfect. So Diane will be my last reading for tonight, because I only read when I'm in top form, when I have energy, and I want to make sure that my voice is, because when I get excited, I talk. However, I always have enough energy, and my voice is always in top form. How do you like that for creating my reality? Facebook comes up in Messenger. Oh, thank you, Kimmy. Thank you. All right, cool. Okay, cool. Un momento, por favor. Laura Sheridan. I'm seeing Barbie dolls. Did you play with Barbie dolls? Or do you have a daughter that plays with Barbie dolls? I see dolls. They're showing me my own Barbie dolls from when I was a child. Dolls, significant dolls. I'm feeling moving, energy moving like around and then back in. I don't know how to explain that. Like, I don't know how to show you that. Like this way and that way. This which is probably not good to show you because you're facing me. But I feel like no problem, Laura. Divine timing. Divine timing. Okay, let's see. Here we go. All right. That was for Laura Winchurch. This is for Laura Sheridan. All right, here we are. This is interesting. Number 10, Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. I love that. Not only do I love that, but Kimmy mentioned Buffalo Spirit today too, or something about the buffalo. Very important. Buffalo Spirit. Hang on, it's this card. Which one is it? 2, 3. Okay. I'm getting breathe. By the way, this is Trixie in this now moment. she's giving me the belly. Tickle, 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 tickle. That's a cat belly right there. This is a big old cat belly. He's so cute. You know, the path of least resistance. The path of least resistance is for me to allow her to lay on my desk. Mwah! And kiss her belly sometimes. All right. Hey, pup. You good boy? You all right? You sleepy? Aww. I'm getting hand kisses from paws. All right. I love you too, baby. Mommy's working. I love you. I'm plurking. Play and work. Actually, it feels like play to me. 12, 12. That's a powerful number. Okay. I'm feeling drawn to pull a law of attraction card for you. Here we go. And it's this one. Our source is one of love, not condemnation. Oh, this is powerful. Let's see what this says. These cards are like so new. I haven't even seen them all. I mean, they're not new I bought them a few years ago, but these are Abraham Hicks cards, guys. These are Abraham Hicks getting into the vortex. Okay, and this is the one Lucia is saying, thank you, sweetie. It's very late in the Netherlands. I enjoyed your reading. See you next time. Good night. Oh, good night, Lucia. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for staying up with us and allowing me to read for you today. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you next week. When you pay attention to the way you feel and deliberately choose more thoughts that feel good while you think them, you'll begin to recognize the nature of your broader non-physical desires. Hang on. The majority of negative emotions that you feel are not because of the subject of your are not because this is probably why I don't usually use these cards to read on camera. The majority of the negative emotions that you feel are not because the subject of your thought is wrong, but instead because you're condemning something that your source does not condemn. Your source is one of love, not condemnation. So it feels like you're talking about judgment. So if something is Spirit, do you have some clarity for me with that? So if you feel like you're doing something wrong or you did something wrong or somebody else is wrong or whatever, that's not in alignment with source. And the reason it feels bad is because source does not judge. They don't condemn, they don't judge. We are here as humans to discern what we like or want or don't want in our experience. But when we feel disconnected from something, I don't know really know. I'm not really feeling what this connection is to the other cards, but it was a message they saying this thing that you had to hear. So they're saying don't judge. They're saying don't judge the message and don't shoot the messenger, even if the messenger is you. And that I just have to leave with you because I don't know. Trixie, honey, could I move your whole body just a little bit over here? Thank you, sweetie. I just have to slide the cat over and then grab one of these cards for you. There is always enough. There is always enough. You're getting the card of abundance, so you're going to feel like it's more than enough. And they want you to focus on your breath, to tune into your breath, to remind yourself there's always enough breath. While we're on this planet, there's always enough breath. There's always enough breath. And then last card I'm getting for you right now is infinite abundance. Oh my God! How many abundance cards? See what I'm saying? The card spirit's like same message. Infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. So I feel like you might have had some doubt about that recently, and they're making it abundantly clear that there is lots, there's enough, there's more than enough, there's abundance flowing to you. You have to allow it in. And in order to allow it in, sometimes you just have to focus on your breath. Use that tool in your toolkit and breathe. And breathe. Just breathe. Because it's really flowing to you. And not in a little way, in a big way. In a big way. You just have to allow it all in. Okay, so thank you for that. And moving on to the very next reading. Readings are as long as whatever spirit wants you to know, that's what I bring through, and it takes as long as it takes, just so you all know that. So sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's longer, but it's always specifically for you, with the intention for you, that person I'm reading for. And again, back to how it spills over, because if a message resonates with somebody else, then that part of the message is for you as well, because spirit knows who's here. Whether you're here in this now moment live with me or you're here on the replay, they know that you're here. So if it resonates, it's meant to be. It's meant for you too. All right. So thank you very much, Laura. I really hope that resonated with you. Thank you so much. Next up is Vladimir. Say I'm here, Vladimir. That rhymes. I'm here, Vladimir. Okay, we have Vladimir, and then Kira, and then Diane, and that's it for the night. I just want to say thank you to all of you. Yes, yes, yes. I love all the hearts. You guys are so awesome. Okay, excellent. John's here. John, did you donate for a reading and I don't see it? Did that happen? I know, I'm glad you're here though, but I'm just asking. I don't want to miss anybody. I don't want to miss anybody. Vladimir. Oh, are you Vladimir? Vladimir, does yours? Just type your name in, because honestly, I think everybody who says Facebook user is John right now. Let me know. Please type in your name. Hang on, let me go back here. Laura's saying not too sure on the judging bit. I will bear that in mind for future possible judgy situations and hold back. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. Let me see if they want to give me anything else on that. Let me see. They're talking about judging your own thoughts. They're saying to be aware of your own thoughts and not judge a thought. Well, this is a good thought or a bad thought. To just be present and allow your thoughts. Just feel them in your body, and then you can release them. But there isn't like a good thought or a bad thought. Hopefully that makes a little more sense. Everything just is. And it's only the perspective that we put upon it, that we see it. If we choose to think of something as bad, then we perceive it as bad. If we think about it as good, thank you, Vladimir. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Excellent. I'm glad you asked. Thank you. That's important because if I can give you clarity, then that's perfect. Sometimes there's always things that will evolve later. Oh, that's a scam, but I'm sure Diane knows that. So just ignore that person that just came in. I'm not talking about you, Laura. I'm talking about the person that's trying to spam Diane right now. Can't think of anybody that would actually watch my live streams that would not know that. But in case you don't know, these people are spammers, and they're not real psychics. And if they are, then they have no boundaries. And well, that's me judging. Okay, but I'm just saying. This is my live stream. You want to? You could do a live stream. It's free on Facebook. You can do a live stream yourself. You know what I'm saying? It just takes a little bit of love and turning on the camera and putting yourself out there. Yeah, yeah, I'm saying. Alrighty. Oh, good night, Laura. I'm off to bed now. It's 2 a.m. and I'm up at 6 for the school run. Good night. Good night. Okay. All right. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Next up again is Vladimir. Let me pull Vladimir back up. Now I understand because it was saying like Facebook user earlier. I'm like, who are these Facebook users? Okay. Let me just. Okay. Can I'd like there to be a little toggle switch to turn off the. Maybe I can. Kimmy, is there a way to turn off the chat? Not to turn. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Hello. That just, I didn't turn it off. I just moved my mouse so I don't have to see it on the screen the whole time. This way I could focus on the one person. And at the moment, that's exactly what I want to do. All right, Vladimir. It's weird because normally I see your name, but today it's not popping up, but I know you. So here we go. Okay. Bee spirit. Sweet results await. Number 7. I love the honeycomb too. Okay. Hang on a moment. Trixie, I love you so much. She takes up a lot of space on the desk. She's like, are you talking about me? I am talking about you, and I love you, and I'm so glad you're here. I really am. Don't scratch me. No, I know she wouldn't really, but I'm just saying. She needs a manicure. Would you please keep your tail to yourself? She's petting me with her tail. Let me see if I can show you. See? She's such a boundary crosser. I love her so. A little bit distracting right now, though, honey. I need you to stop, okay? Please. I'm asking you nicely. Okay, one moment. A little bit of rose spray. That wasn't for you, honey. That was for Mommy needed some pretty rose spray. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So we have Bee Spirit and we have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. It's interesting because I do feel that for you. I feel the Egyptian past life energy, and I'm seeing it in this card, but I also feel that as a confirmation. Give me a moment. To show me fast cars like NASCAR or something like that. I hear zoom. Like the car's like flying past me. Zoom. I don't know what this means yet. They're saying dreams and intentions are a good thing. Wait, no, hang on. I've got to get this right. They're saying if you put dreams and intentions together, they are one. Dreams and intentions. Dreams. Oh, whoa. Okay, so you guys, do you ever get those downloads where there's like a tone in your ears and maybe it like feels like one of your ears or both of your ears are muted and you just hear this tone? And they're usually high tones. This was a low tone. This was a low tone, muted my right ear. I've never experienced that before. And then I felt like my head was throbbing. It was definitely a download. It was definitely interesting. I don't always know what they are. Oh, you know what? I've got it now. I've got to pull the comments back up again because I got to see what you're saying. Okay. Saying nothing right now. Okay, cool. Oops. Vladimir, come back. Okay. And the next card I'm getting for you is number 28, which is Frog Spirit. Clear out the clutter. I'm feeling that you're carrying around baggage from past relationships, baggage from were you married before? I mean, I don't know what your situation is right now, but I'm feeling emotional stuff, emotional baggage, carrying it around. Now I know what the download is. Emotional baggage that you're carrying around. And they're letting you know that love is all around. This is Nightingale Spirit, number 41. Number 41, Nightingale Spirit. The love is all around you. But I feel like you're carrying like the burdens. You're burdening yourself. It's not a burden by definition. You're burdening yourself with the energy of past relationships or things that could be that you might perceive as negative from relationships in general. Now I have to pull this up to see if you're commenting. Yes, I was married before. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. I feel like you're carrying around these burdens in your heart, and they're letting you know it's okay to release it now. They're like giving you permission. That's what it feels like. It feels like they're letting you know to give yourself permission, but it's okay to release it now. You don't have to carry around this. I feel like anger and resentment and hurt. You know, it's baggage. It's baggage. These things you can unpack them if you want to, but you don't have to. You can just literally, if you could literally take the whole bag, suitcase, and put it down. Hang on. You can unpack it, but I feel like that's what happens a lot. You unpack it, there's hurt, there's resentment, then you remember why you were hurt, why you're resentful. You can do whatever you want, but this is your invitation. You can keep the bag closed and just set it down. Just set it down and leave it behind. Because this is what they often show me, that you're on a train platform. I swear that download was what I needed to keep going with the reading, because I was like, okay, what's next? But that was just wow. He goes, yes, you're right. I love it. Thank you, Spirit. I love Spirit. I do. So they have me on a train platform, and you want to get on the train, but you're carrying these bags, and the bags, you keep bumping into the doors because there's not enough room for you to get in with the baggage. You're carrying around the baggage. And the train is to your future. This is to the future. You know what I mean? Which, of course, the future is all happening now. But again, we'll just use it in a linear time construct for the moment. So this for your next now moment for your future, and you're trying to get onto this train, but you're stuck here right now with this baggage because you're carrying it and you just can't seem to maneuver into the door with these two big bags. And they want you to put the bags down, just place them down, let them go, and then just walk into the train. It's really that easy. There's nothing to really figure out. It can seem like there's a lot to figure out, but there's nothing to figure out. There's nothing to unpack if you don't want to. You just nothing. You can let it go. You can just literally let it go. As crazy as that sounds, you can literally let it go and just move forward and then create your now reality right now. Why do you want to continue to create aspects of that reality that's in the past that you don't want anymore in this now reality by focusing on them and thinking about them? Because if you're focusing now on something like, let's say that you were hurt or there was resentment or infidelity, whatever it was, if you're focusing, and I feel like I just triggered somebody, but let it go. I mean, or hang on to it, whatever, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all okay. It's then, it's not now. And when you focus on that energy now, you're creating more of that right now. And so the people that you're going to attract into your life now are going to be representative of that energy. You're going to, and then you'll attract more people that, create the same feelings within you. You're going to create more people. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So they're not telling you to clear out the clutter, put down those bags because you really have been training for this for lifetimes. 2022. This is the age of light. This is it. This is the deal that we're moving forward. Disclosure. We're going to be, it's going to be. I mean, look, on Forbes magazine today, like I mentioned in the beginning, David Strickle, one of my former guests that I've interviewed a few times, is a channeler and is in Forbes magazine. And when I show this to I have two friends named Diane, and my other friend Diane, and she's like, "Oh well, a reputable magazine like that. It's the way she put it." I'm like, it's true because just not everyone is really heavily into the spiritual lifestyle. Forbes isn't specifically like an esoteric magazine; it's a business magazine, right? But there's a channeler there now, and so. He may be the first, he may not. I don't know. I don't read Forbes regularly, but I can definitely tell you that this is very it's a powerful time that we're living in. It's a powerful time where we really are creating our reality. And, the reality that I'm creating may not be the same reality that others are creating. And that's okay because I see it through my lens. And this is what I perceive. But you're doing the same thing. So I really want to invite you. Sorry. John was saying block your trolls. And he sent me a picture of a troll with green hair. So let that go. Not now. Let me turn that. I know. Very funny, John. Okay. Shh, please. I'll talk to you in a little while. Oh, that is funny though. All right. Yeah. So that's really important message. And you know what they're saying? They're reminding you sweet results await. Sweet results await. You've got this. You've got this. I feel like you're a really great, big-hearted guy, person, human being, soul. And you have it's time. It's time. If you're ready to let go of the past is ready to let you go and move forward. And you're going to be, they're saying, swimming in abundance, good health, and happiness. So thank you again for allowing me to read for you again. I love reading for you. And next up is Kira and then Diane. And then we are done for the night. Thank you, Vladimir. All right. So Kira, Sam here, please. Ba-ba-da-bum. And that'll be perfect timing because by the time I'm done reading for Diane, I am going to sleep or eat and sleep, something like that. My voice will be like, "Oh, thank you for resting me now." Oh, you're so welcome. It's really my pleasure. It's really my pleasure, dear. Here, okay. Da-da-da. Alrighty. All right. Can you guys hear me okay? Because sometimes I like having the microphone on my neck better than on my head. It was getting hot. Of course, I was drinking coffee too, which is, well, it was turtle love, This is water. I like water much better. I might have to get some more. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some more water. I'll be right back. Ouch. Stiff. Sitting in one place for a while. Oh, you need water too, doggies? Okay, hold on. Here, Megan and Pause. Here you go. Fresh water for all. Kitties, you need some more water. Everybody's got water. and sometimes you just need to freshen up. For some reason I was judging myself for the moment, right? And I'm thinking, well, you know, I didn't. I wasn't. I mean, I've been talking for 2 hours and almost 2.5 hours, and it was time for me to get up and just put on some more lipstick or whatever. Just breathe for a few minutes, move my body. I was sitting in the same space. I feel better. No, I know. Insider's tip: if you're a reader and you read for a couple of hours or doing anything for a couple of hours, get up and move around for a few minutes. Give yourself a break. Um, mm, all right. Spirit gave me that energy blast. And the last reading, that was wild. All right. Whew, here we are. Kira, you're up. Kira Curry. What a great name. Kira Curry. I feel like you're shy. Are you shy? I mean, do you consider yourself shy? Because I feel like you have there's two cards I'm getting for you right now. Transformation. Okay, I'll show you the whole thing. There's the goddess. This is magnificent. I love this card. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Deep healing. And I feel like this is multiple generations of healing that you're processing. Energy moving. It could also be the bubbles in the bubbly that I just drank too, but usually it's energy moving. Mhm. Okay. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, yeah, I know. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? I feel a lot of self doubt coming from you. I feel like you doubt yourself. You're kind of shy, a little bit. You feel like a little insecure sometimes, and you're not really sure of yourself. They're showing me like you're walking and you're not sure footed. It's like you're like before you take a step, you want to like maybe you want somebody else to have stepped there first to make sure the ground is solid. True. Thank you. To make sure the ground is solid because you're like, oh, what if it's not okay? Because I want to, and I know I'm just it's not a great analogy, but I feel like there's an insecurity. I feel like there's a deep insecurity. It's like they're saying it's a wound. It's a core wound. It's from childhood. It will pass. You can release this. You can release this. You can let this go. They're showing me cord cutting, like cord removal. They're showing me like the base of your spine. There's a cord. It's actually a thick cord. You can have that removed. I offer that service, energetic cord removals, if that's something that interests you. You can also go online on YouTube for free. Sandra Rolus, Rolus, does beautiful cord removals or energetic cord cutting. She calls it different things, but she does. She's got a ton of videos with that. I have a whole process, and it's and if that's something you're interested in as a service, inbox me on Facebook. But anyway, this is it's a heavy burden. I feel like again, it's that the ancestors, the stuff that you're carrying around with you, and it's making you unsure of your own um of you walking your own path. You're kind of like feeling insecure to be yourself. And like so you being yourself, you're like you're not really sure who you are. And and so you're kind of afraid to make a next move. And they're letting you know to trust your path because they're asking you if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So what would you do with your life? What would you do right now if you knew that everything was okay, that everything's always working out for you? Excuse me. if you knew if you knew that there is no wrong or right, that everything you do is fine, any choice you make is fine, it's okay. There are choices that you can make an alignment where it feels good to you, and there's choices that but even if you make a choice when you're not in alignment, there's no judgment coming from anywhere. There's no being outside of anywhere judging you, looking down and saying, "Oh, nobody's shaking a finger at you." This is your life. You came here to create your life, your way. Mhm. They're saying pad yourself with a layer of confidence, a layer of love, layers and layers of love, 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 love. It's all about self love and getting to know yourself. Getting to know yourself. Who is Kira? Who am I? What do I like? What colors do I like? What foods do I like? I don't, next time you go to a restaurant, Instead of saying, I'll have what she's having or I'll have what he's having, I'll do that. Just you order first. You make the decision. You make the decision. Nobody has to agree with you. Others don't have to like it. They're not eating it. You are, you know? And if it's clothing, they're not wearing it. You are. You choose what resonates with you. And I feel like there's others around you, maybe in your family or something that may be like a little judgmental sometimes, maybe sometimes more than a little. It just they're allowed to be any way they are. And you can't change them, but why would you want to? That's their experience. They're having it their way. You're here to live your life your way. You're here to live your life your way and create your reality your way. And they're also letting you know that help is on the way, guidance. I love this card. This is from the Divine Wisdom. Hang on. Divine, one of my first deck ever, one of my favorites of all times. The Divine Dog Wisdom cards. The service dog, help is on the way. You are fully supported. You are fully supported. They want you to trust that your angels are right there with you. They're taking every step with you. You are not alone. And no matter what you choose, it's not wrong. And if other people are judging, it's their own junk that they're projecting onto you. It has nothing to do with you. Okay. Kira says, what do you see for love this year? I'm single. Okay. Let's see. They want you to work on your confidence, because if you attract somebody right now, they want you to work on self-love, because if you attract somebody right now, you're going to attract someone in the same vibration, which is a vibration of insecurity, which is fine if you want that, but which you might right now. But I feel like it's a needy thing. When you feel really confident in who you are, you won't feel like you need a partner to complete you. You are complete in who you are. And then you will attract a partner who's complete in who they are. Does this mean that you won't meet anybody? No, it doesn't mean that at all. I'm just being very clear about the message here. They want you to work on your self-love. And when you will attract, I feel like you do attract, people. You do. It's not a problem for you. And you're looking for the right one, right? But who is the right one? You have to embody the things that you want to attract in a partner. I'll say that again. That's worth it. Thank you, Spirit. You must embody the things, the attributes. High five, Spirit. You must embody the attributes that you wish to attract in a partner, in a romantic partner. And then when you both be these healthy, self-loving, strong creatures who are not needy of one another, because it's the neediness in a relationship that causes a lot of friction. When people think the other person needs to do anything to make them happy, it's a problem. It creates problems because people aren't there to make you happy. They're there to make themselves happy. Even if you think that you're doing things to make somebody else happy, inevitably you're really doing it to make you happy, because you think that doing something to make them happy will make them happy, and then making them happy will make you happy. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. It's a cycle of the codependency, and people and needy. They keep saying the word needy. Mm. And all it is layers of love. Just layers of love. They're saying just pad yourself with layers of love. You'll see. You'll attract a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But they say you can go through a lot of like Mr. Wrongs before you find a Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, whatever it is for you. But I don't feel like. Let me delete that and say I do feel that January is a very powerful time for you to focus on you. And this card, Rabbit Spirit, now is a lucky time. I'm not really sure I believe in luck. I believe we create our own reality, but just the same, I feel for this card, what I feel like things are going to be. Okay, she's single, Spirit. So the baby bunnies are probably not what they could be. But I feel like but I do feel like this is about things are going to be easy for you this month. I feel like this is a month of ease and flow for you. The numbers 49 is significant. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Interesting. You have so much love surrounding you. Your angels are with you all the time. You're not alone. And I know sometimes you feel lonely or like you want a partner, but and you'll get partners, but just know that it's up to you what kind of partner you want. And if you want a partner that will truly be fulfilling and truly be someone who will serve your greatest and highest good, but they'll be serving their own greatest and highest good. That's how it happens. Then you need to really love yourself first. So, mwah, you're wonderful. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. And namaste. Diane Hoffma, where are you, my friend? Just say I'm here. I'm here. And anybody that's they're often called trolls. They're um they pretend to be psychics, and they or some might even be, but they spam other people's live streams. Um, just use your and they do it on sometimes on the replays too. Use your own discernment, guys. I'm not going to tell you what to do. If you're drawn to somebody who's spamming somebody else's live stream, somebody's hiding behind, that's up to you. But I really strongly feel that my audience is definitely not the kind of people that are going to be. But I saw one person once who friended one of those people. So I'm not judging at all. I'm not judging at all. I just know I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I would rather have somebody who I can see, who I'm connecting with, who's going to look me in the eye and say, "This is who I am. This is what I believe. This is, and then you can judge you can discern for yourself whether you want a reading from that person. Um, and if somebody starts off by cheating, it's not really cheating, but it's like, I don't know. It feels shady to me, and maybe you don't feel that way about it, but think it's shady. But I'm not going to focus anymore on that. Diane, there you are. All right. She goes, tonight was divine timing. Hi, Veronica Orlando. Great to see you too. I'm so glad you're here. All right, I'm doing my last reading for this evening. You guys are all the best. I love and appreciate you all so much. Let me just make sure no more money came in, so money can come in, but I want to make sure nobody else sent money for a reading that I'm not paying attention to. Um, okay. Now, okay, good. Okay, yeah, we're good. All right, so the last one for tonight is Diane Hoffman. I'm laughing at John. Thank you, John. It's time for me to go to the card dealership. Thank you. No, I appreciate that, John. John, you have very strong energy, and it's easy, to get on a roll with the trolls. That was funny. All right, Diane, I'm so glad you're here. It's a pleasure to read for you, my dear. All right, let's see. Moving energy. Let's see. Well, first thing they're saying is Charles is a doll and he really adores you. I don't think it's a surprise for you, but that's her husband, by the way. I know Diane. She's a client and a friend of mine for years now. So, but I'm just saying I'm just excited. Well, because I am psychic and I could possibly. I mean, I just found somebody, just named somebody's uncle before. But anyway, I just thought I would share that for anybody watching, saying who's Charles, only because we're live. But that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to know that you're loved and adored. Oops. And the card that just jumped out is this one. Hold on. First light. Oh, that's interesting. What card is this? I don't think I've ever seen it. Look at the bird's nest with the eggs and the flowers. Reminds me of your backyard, your beautiful yard. Saying beginning a new cycle. This is January is a new cycle for you for sure. It's the first month of the new year, and here we are. Yeah, yep. First month of the new year. But look at this. That's so amazing. I've genuinely never pulled this card before. Look at that. The bird with the nest, the eggs. I feel like this is important to show you, so I am. Beginning a new cycle. Really? Okay, so the guidance card is coming up for you as well, letting you know that help is on the way. Because I feel you have some things in mind, and they want you to know you are not alone. They're saying trust your guidance. Trust your guidance. They're showing me a tuner that you're receiving is turned up. Okay. They're also showing me a mute button that you have it muted sometimes, where you're asking and then you're like unintentionally pushing the mute button. Actually, hang on. Let me see if I'm just putting in the word unintentionally. One moment. Yeah, and without realizing it. Okay, I mean that's what unintentional means. They're showing me that you're asking for guidance, and then you're pushing the mute button, and then you're like, "Where's the guidance? Where is it? How come I'm not getting these answers?" But it's right there. It's really if you just pushed it one more time because it's there. I feel they're showing me that the tuner is up on like a 7. That's what. So it's not like it's like right there. I don't know if you can see what I'm where you can invisible. I feel like you know what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Tuner's up on like a 7, and so it's kind of medium high. They're saying medium high. They're showing to me on a stove now. It's on medium high. So you're receiving. You're receiving. Now you just need to work on the allowing part. Companionship through thick and thin. I do feel like you're developing more spiritual friends, more friends that which is I know is something that you want, but I do feel that this is what this card is speaking to you about. That you are. They're saying the words enveloped in love. For yourself and others, none of others. I feel like your self-love is growing. And as your self-love grows and expands, you're attracting more friendships into your experience. And also developing deeper connections with people you're already connected to. The next card I'm getting is fine. Trixie, do you have to do that right here, honey? Please, honey? She's like, I have an itch. I got to scratch it. Oh, I'll scratch it for you. She's so cute. Look how cute. She always puts her head down when I want her to show her pretty face. Trixie, why don't you look up? Oh, now I'm showing you my table. Okay. And my fan. That's exciting. Alrighty. Oh, look at the castle. Hello. Finding sanctuary. That is lovely. Opening to your spiritual source. Not surprising. Look at that. That's what they're showing me. The mute button and letting it go and letting go, pushing the mute button. And so you're receiving. And this looks to me like exactly what it is. Like there's this tower, like way up high in the clouds, like at the top of the mountain. This is like source energy, like open to receive. I am open to receive. Let me see. They're feeling like bubbles, like as if it were like boiling water, but it's not hot or anything like that. It's like the bubbles are like bubbling up. And this is where I feel like your spirituality, where your gifts are like right now. It's like they're about to bubble over. They're about to bubble over. It's that one little button. It's not a big deal. The only thing holding you back from like being able to do, and I know you have gifts, right? But I feel like you're always waiting for something more. It's that lack of trust and the expectation that what you're receiving isn't enough, or maybe that's what it is. They're calling it not enoughness. It is. It's not real. It's the mute button. That belief or miss. What are you saying? It's a misconception. The belief that you're not as whatever as somebody else or something like that. Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? What I really feel for this card. Okay. Okay. Let me get clarity on what they want to. Excuse me. Say about this card. Hold on. I know this shirt's like it's the first time I've worn this, and I really like it. I think it's super pretty, but it keeps like being fine. That's what it is. All right. So you are reflected. You are being reflect. You're having yourself reflected back to you and others. Mhm. That's so they're pointing out that I feel like drawn to take off my bracelets. I think they've been on long enough. Um, so I feel like they've what you so the people that you see and the way in which you perceive them is a reflection of where you are with yourself right now. And I feel like sometimes you'll see somebody and maybe they trigger you on some level. Maybe you want what something that they have, they've achieved, but that's the only thing that's holding you back is that mute button, that belief that for some reason you're not as this as them or as that as them. It's that not enoughness. When you once you let go of that, and I feel like you're trusting more and more. You are. I mean, you're. I know personally you've grown exponentially, but this is spirit's message, not mine. But I know, I see how you're evolving. But they really want you to know that there's just one little button. Now, interestingly, this is coming up anger. Feel the heat and turn it down. Okay, so they're saying sometimes you feel anger within you. Oh, that's interesting. Again, they're showing me the bubbling, which is a little bit different now. Now, instead of the gifts, it's about there is sometimes anger boils up inside of you because you want something so much. You're so passionate about it. I'm like, why can't I have that? I want to do that. I can do that. I know. I feel like I know I can do that. I'm like, I'm hearing you. Like, I know I can do that. No, I can do what she's doing. I can do that. I want that. And it gets you mad. And that's all. Well, it doesn't get you. You allow yourself. You get yourself angry out of it. That's okay. Just be aware that you've got this. You can do anything you want. You can be anybody you want to be. And I'll say it again, what I've said earlier. You don't have to be the same person today that you were yesterday. And you don't have to plan on who you're going to be tomorrow. Who am I right now? Who do I want to be? I want to be super psychic. I want to do readings. I want to, whatever, you know, I want to create live streams. I want whatever it is that you want to do. And your gift as a hostess, whether it's going to be on camera, in person, is already amazing. You could totally do it on camera. I've got to share that with you. But let me finish this one thought and then we can go there. Solitude. So to go past this, it's about meditation, just time to restore and to gain clarity and insight. So whether you get angry at uh, in your relationship or for something that you is outside of you, whatever it is. Interestingly, everything outside of us is really inside of us. Going back to the mirror. They're saying the words, now we're shifting gears a bit. They're saying the words professional hostess. What do you mean by that, Spirit? They're saying this is something that you can create from the ground up. Now, I know you and I have talked about a bit about ideas for your YouTube channel and stuff like that, but I feel they're saying the words professional hostess. She goes, I always work on ego. That's that's exactly what they're talking about. I wasn't thinking about it like that, but that's really what it is. There's nothing wrong. The ego's not a bad thing. It's just we need. Okay, let me just be clear for everybody. We need the ego. The ego helps us to to live as a human. It helps us to discern. It helps us to experience this world. We can't be pure spirit. We are pure spirit, but I mean we can't. We have to have that It's a filter. It's a filter. Mhm. And I'll tell you what. It can be. It's also programming. It's all these. It's all the programming, creating a filter, which is like the lens that we perceive the world. But we can continue to take off. They're showing me like, okay, have you ever seen this like a spotlight, like old fashioned spotlights where they had all these gels? and then you could lift one and lift the other, and then have a clear light shining through. I hope you know what I'm talking about. I've seen a spot. I used to work a spotlight when I was like 13 in drama club. I don't know why they're showing it, but you must know what I mean. So it's like you take the filters off, like the programming off, and then your filter is clearer. Excuse me. Yes, definitely. I feel like you're triggered. Things trigger you, but it's because you certain things that you feel like you can't have, but you can. Yeah, you can. You can make being frugal into a life of abundance by sharing how you do it. Nesting, they're saying nesting. You make a house into a home. And I know this is spirit, and I'm in total concurrence. Is that a word, concurrence, where I'm totally in agreement here? I know because I've been here. I've never seen anybody create a home environment like that, a welcoming house. I mean, you're the most amazing hostess that I've ever. And I feel like if you want to do the YouTube channel that you've mentioned, there's nothing holding you back. You don't have to wait for a computer. You can just pick up your cell phone and record. You don't need to have a ring light, even though I think you have a ring light though. Just pick it up, do it, just record. Honestly, Sunny Lenarduzzi, one of my favorite YouTubers, she's also on. She's amazing. She's an amazing. Doesn't matter right now. Entrepreneur, but she makes millions of dollars now. Created a multi-million-dollar business. She started with her cell phone. Her cell phone in her living with her living light coming in through the living room window. That's how she started a YouTube channel. Just a cell phone. Diane says I concur also. I'm telling you, you have something that's very unique. And because it's so simple to you, you brush it off like it's not a big deal. Like anybody could do that. What's the big deal? It's a big deal. Everybody who wouldn't, I mean, I shouldn't say everybody. Can't speak for others. I know for myself and many others, it would be like, oh my God, it would be so amazing just to have some insider's tips on how to make your home feel so wonderful and comfortable and welcoming. Or even the host being a hostess. I'm going to have company. You can make a video on, you're going to have company and what can you do? And creating a big spread on a budget or whatever it is. There's infinite opportunities that you will be amazing because you're already amazing at them. You just don't value them. You don't value the gifts that you have because you don't see them as any big deal. Because you're in them and you're like, oh, it's not a big deal. That's a big deal, or that's a big deal. You don't realize that the gifts that you have that you were given to share, that your light is really supercharged and it's ready to go. Everybody's ready to watch. I'm telling you, it's ready. It's ready. I don't mean everybody, but everybody that's going to align with your content. And there's plenty of people. You just have to allow spirit. Like, I wouldn't, hold on. This is a little bit of me and a little bit of spirit right now. Because I'm a YouTuber too. But don't limit yourself by having expectations about who your audience is. And I don't mean don't know your target demographic. I think it's wise. This is me now. I think it's wise to have a target demographic. Like, okay, for example, women, I don't know, 50 plus or whatever. It could be anybody. But it's good to have a market that you're talking to, and then anybody else can watch too. But I really, really, really feel that you're also going to appeal to younger people that are like just starting out, and then so you're going to appeal to all different age groups. But focus on. I do feel 50 plus is a good target demographic for you. They're really going to connect with you. Jamie says, I really need you to tell me so I can relax. Okay, Jamie, relax. I'm doing readings for donation tonight, dear, and Diane is my last one. But I just want to share with you one thing, and I'll be right back with you, Diane. I have to share with you. I'm on like overdrive, like overtime with you, but I'm into what I'm talking to you about. So, and then that'll be it for the night because I'm tired. It's been 3 hours, which is totally fine. But I just want to let Jamie know you don't need me to do anything. You don't need anybody else to do anything to make you okay. You're fine just the way you are. You really are. You just need to give yourself permission. If you want to relax, you say, okay, take a deep breath. I choose to relax. I am relaxed. I am relaxing. Yeah. Okay. Don't disempower yourself by giving other people by if you can't really give away your power, but you can perceive that you have given somebody else your power. So by saying I need you to do this for me so I can be a certain way is completely disempowering. So stand in your own power. You've got this. All right. So let me see to finish what we are talking about. Okay, they don't want me to create the channel for you. This is up to you to create it your way. Now, this has been me for the last couple of minutes talking about different ideas. You know what you want to do, what you want to create. As a friend, I fully support you. Spirit fully supports you. You create it your way. And you'll see it'll continue to evolve. They're showing me they're showing me like those nesting dolls, but they're showing me like boxes. Like you unpack a box and another one, and then you unpack a box and another one, and you unpack another box, and there's another one. It's going to continue to go like that. But you got to start somewhere. Do it. Just do the one. Just start if you want to. But I feel like you really do. So there you go. Just start with a cell phone. You can invest in a computer later or whatever later. It does not a big deal. And you don't have to prove anything to anybody. You don't have to explain yourself or apologize. What you do is such an amazing thing. It really, and it's not something everyone can do. It's so unique. I've never seen it before. And I've been around a little bit in this life. So I'm just saying. So I would love to see you share your gifts. I really would. But again, this is me anyway. But the reading is over. But I'm just so glad that you got a reading today because I'm really excited because I really feel like you're this close. It's just like that's it, the finger on the mute button. Just boop, let it go, and then there it is. And when you're living your alignment, when you're living your passion, your highest passion, everything comes easier for you, and then you'll have clarity on everything. I really feel like you've been now. This is spirit, like you've been holding yourself back almost like you don't feel like you deserve that kind of adulation or that's not what I'm really trying to say. Let me try that again. Accolades, like you're not like you feel like you don't deserve the accolades for what it is that you do. That's so simple. Like what? Keeping house, like making whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's such a big deal. It's such a big deal. It really is. And the people that it's not a big deal to, they're not your audience. They're not your target audience. The people that there's like a gazillion. I'm making that number up. A gazillion people in this world, and most of them have the internet. Okay, and the people that you're going to appeal to are the ones that need what you want to share. And it wouldn't even matter if a bazillion other people did the same thing that you do, which I don't think they do. But even if they did, it wouldn't matter because you're doing it your way. Honestly, maybe I've just never looked, but I really think what you have is really unique. And again, even if you find, oh, here we go. Let's see what does she say. She goes, it resonated with me earlier when you said you don't explain yourself. Amen, sister. Yeah. You don't have to explain yourself or apologize for yourself. I don't think you're apologizing for yourself. Well, maybe, but explaining yourself. Good. I'll stop talking now because now I'm just talking. I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so glad that resonated with you. And again, as far as the YouTube channel stuff, again, if that doesn't resonate, just let it go. It doesn't have to be YouTube, by the way. You could do it on Facebook or nowhere. You can write a book. You can just think about it and never do anything with it. Either way, it's totally cool. Or you can host events that are live that we can create, or I can create, or we can create, and then you host them because you have a real gift for that or something. There's a million infinite possibilities. It's great that we're here in this life. What I used to think, and this is for everybody, I'm just sharing, this isn't part of the reading, I'm just sharing now, that I used to believe that we had a purpose, that everybody had a specific purpose. Like I came in here with this purpose, like to be a reader or a psychic or a life god, whatever. The reality, and this I'm paraphrasing, but it's come directly from like Abraham and the stream and spirit. We're here to have Bashar. We're here to have a good time. We're here to create our own reality. There is no specific, um, there's nothing that we have to do. There's nothing like Abraham says, you can never get it wrong and you can never get it done. You're just creating this life as you go, and so you create it the way you want to create it. So whatever feels like fun to you, and just don't hold yourself back from from allow that's what they're saying. Allow yourself to have fun. Allow yourself to appreciate yourself. Allow yourself to put yourself out there. Trust, and you're beautiful just the way you are. And that's the last word I have for tonight. So you are all awesome, and I want to say hello to Renee Ann. Um, and I would love to read for you, my dear, but I'm exhausted. So I'm going to go now. Diane was my last reading for tonight. I'll be back next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook. And if anybody wants to book a private reading, please inbox me on Facebook. Or can you reach me on YouTube? No, inbox me on Facebook, or you can always email me at highvibrationalmastery@gmail.com. Okay, so that'll be good. You're very welcome, my dear. You're very welcome. Insider guidance regarding my love life. That's the one thing. Okay, fine. I couldn't go without just, I don't know why. I felt drawn, so that's what matters. Acceptance. They're saying loving what is. This is for you, Renee Ann. Loving what is. About self-love, my dear. I'll tell you what, self-love, you're welcome. Self-love is really the key to having healthy relationships and happy relationships in our lives. The more we love ourselves and appreciate ourselves, the more we attract, other souls who also love and appreciate themselves. Because if we're broken or down, there's nobody's. Now let me totally rephrase that, because Spirit doesn't ever call us broken. If we are carrying around baggage, thank you, Spirit, for correcting me. If we are carrying around baggage from the past, with lack and limitation and not enoughness, and we're looking for people outside of ourselves to fill those things that feel like holes or voids within us, then we're not in alignment. We're not in alignment. And then we put unnecessary pressure on the partner or a potential partner to be someone that maybe they're not, because we want them to make us happy. And maybe sometimes in the beginning of a relationship, people do try to, not everybody, but sometimes people will try to like bend and flex and make it okay, so because they like this person and they want to be with them, and they'll try to mold themselves, but then their true self, as they really evolve and become more of who they truly are, they're not they're not that Gumby, that moldable person that they, you know what I mean? And then you wind up with somebody who's expecting you to be what you were in the beginning, but you were never really that person to begin with. And that is an interesting message, and I hope it resonates. I know it's going to resonate with anybody who it resonates with. That's really what it is. So I love you guys, and everyone who's here today, everyone who's here on the replay, Facebook, YouTube. I love you guys. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Most importantly, like this video if you like it. Give me a thumbs up. Be sure to stop by next Wednesday and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And I'm going to bed. I'm so tired now. I love you guys.